sister? Yeah. Was she wearing a Steelers jersey yesterday? Yeah. She's a good kid. I like that.
KDO.
Hey, Marshall, how are you, man?
You're pretty good.
Okay.
You about ready? Or?
I am ready whenever you're ready for me.
Okay, let's see what do we got here. Let me get everything. Get the log in.
You bet.
There we go. Okay, the log's in. I'm probably going to stop it because otherwise it's 4 minutes.
Okay, yeah, please.
Okay? All right. I'm going to put you on hold and then I'll play the intro.
Sounds good.
Okay.
It's time to hit the gridiron, Longhorn fans. It's your hometown radio station, 102.9 Jack FM and HighPlainsRadio.net. Bring you Chase County Longhorn football. Chase County Longhorn football on your hometown radio station, 102.9 Jack FM and online at HighPlainsRadio.net. It's brought to you by Chase County Hospital and Clinic, Adams Bank and Trust, Troxel Heat and Appliance, Pinnacle Bank Imperial, Ray Community District Hospital, Trinidad, Imperial Credit Union, Bonanza Ford, and Waypoint Bank. Now here's all the Longhorn play-by-play action. It's Carl Dewey.
Hey, good evening, Longhorn fans. Welcome to the final regular season game of Chase County Longhorn football, and there is an added air of excitement here at the Chase County High School football field tonight. Longhorns come into this thing 5-3, and on the doorstep of the first time qualifying for the state playoffs since I believe it was the season of 2019. It's just might even have been 2018 when the boys traveled to Pierce. I remember the seniors, Bennett Bowerly and that crew. So just an exciting night, and also to go ahead and add a little bit to it, it's homecoming. Very, very rare to have homecoming on the final game of the year, but with some scheduling conflicts that happened with other sports, it just turned out that this was the one where pretty much everybody was going to be here. As far as all the sports teams were going to be around and in town for the games, and so this became homecoming, and it becomes a big homecoming night as the Chase County Longhorns and the Valentine Badgers get set to battle it out. Winner, if Chase County wins this thing, they're going to be in the playoffs. They sit right now 13th in the wild card standings. It's not a you don't know exactly where everything's going to end up. All the district winners, the district winners get in, and then 4 wild cards will get in. Mitchell has, I believe, wrapped up the district championship for this season in the Longhorns district. However, the wild card opportunity is certainly there, and the Longhorns are right in line for one of those spots. Sitting 13th, it would appear that with a win and with a win by Amherst at Hershey tonight, which seems likely, that the Longhorns would gain some extra bonus wildcard points that which is a complicated system. We could get into that a little bit more later, but what it will do is it's going to boost the Horns into an 11 seed, a 12 seed, perhaps if things fall right, a 10 seed, which means probably a road game, but a 10 seed that you're looking at a 7 seed, somebody probably sitting in that 7-2, 6-3 window. If you're 12 or 13, you may be looking more at a 4-5 seed. 4, 5, 6 seed, and you may be talking more like an 8-1 team. And there seems to be a pretty clear top 5 or so in Class C2. But as we saw, Mitchell is one of those top teams. They're undefeated, and they sit there right at the top, perched at the top of the wild card standings in Class C2. However, this Valentine team took Mitchell to the absolute limits last week in a 21-20 game. And we have some starting lineups being announced, so I'm going to keep talking here a little bit, and then when we get to the national anthem, we'll take a quick break. So as I said, Chase County comes in at 5-3, sitting 13th in the playoff standings. Valentine is 4-4. They said, I believe I saw 18th today. So with the win, you've got to think that that's going to propel them ahead of several teams, possibly even Chase County, which would tie them up both at 5-4. So this is just a big game, all the way around. And this is fun. This is something that this whole group of kids has not experienced, but looks like it's okay. They're going to go ahead and do Chase County Longhorns lineup, and then we'll get to the national anthem. But this is a thing that these boys have not experienced yet, a playoff push. And many of them are young. There's only 5 seniors, as we just saw the seniors introduced tonight. Stephen Murray, Cade Anderson, Carter Librant, Dawson Mollander, and Brock Liebhart, and then manager Michael McBride were introduced as the Longhorn football seniors tonight. And so, this team is very, very young and has an opportunity to make its way into the playoffs. And even if it gets a tough matchup, even if the playoff run is short-lived, it's that experience that you can then tap into next year. And, you're going to get some key players back next year, like Cooper Dillon, possibly, Jensen Olson. You just got Jarrett Peterson back last week. So this team continues to get stronger. And, the young guys continue to step in and fill slots. And even despite some injuries, it's been next man up with this group. And young guys have filled right in and done a heck of a job. And now we are going to get the national anthem. So let's go ahead and take a 2-minute break. And when we come back, we'll talk about starters and get you ready for action on 102.9 Jack FM.
Aloe, we think you deserve the fiber things in life, like binging your favorite TV shows and movies buffer-free, next-level, lag-free gaming, and video calls without frozen faces. So say goodbye to lag and buffering and hello to super-fast fiber internet with dedicated 24/7 support for total peace of mind. Plus, no hidden fees, no expiration dates, and no contracts, ever. From dependable service to exceptional support, experience the fiber things with Aloe. Visit us at aloefiber.com/fiberthings.
For flexibility and peace of mind as you shop this summer, all you need is your smartphone and the Adams Bank & Trust mobile app. This is Melanie Dehart, Vice President of Retail Banking. You can easily manage your Adams Bank & Trust debit card by clicking My Cards in your mobile app. Turn your card on and off, set spending limits, see your card information for online purchases, and more. For secure, convenient purchases wherever summer takes you. Adams Bank & Trust, member FDIC. Message and data rates may apply. Some restrictions may apply.
Chase County Community Hospital and Clinics would like to wish our Longhorns football team a safe and successful season. We applaud your hard work, focus, and commitment to improving with every practice and with every game. We watch with admiration as you build your character while improving your skills. Whether it's football or healthcare, commitment matters. That's why the Chase County Community Hospital and Clinics is committed to becoming your trusted healthcare home. Good luck and best wishes in this 2022 season. Go Longhorns!
In search of a new or used vehicle? Come visit us at Imperial Country Ford. We have the vehicles to fit your needs, whether it's a pickup you're looking for, SUVs, or cars. Don't forget about our service department. Our Ford-certified technicians can keep your vehicle running right. We are your one-stop shop. Give us a call, 308-882-4323, or visit us on the web, ImperialNECountryFord.com. Good luck to the Longhorn sports teams from all of us at Imperial Country Ford.
The Chase County Longhorns play on 102.9 Jack FM and online at highplainsradio.net.
Okay, while we were away, we had a great rendition of the national anthem by Longhorn senior Maddie Haynes, who's also a cross-country runner, will also be a lead in the musical this weekend. Has run track, has been on the national runner-up FFA team, parliamentary procedure team. So just another some more evidence of just the time and commitment that these Longhorn kids put into their activities outside of just their academic responsibilities. So appreciate Maddie. Starters for tonight for Valentine Badgers, a quarterback Ashton Lurs. Number 3, wide receiver Connor Kretner. At tight end, number 7, Peyton Whitty. Another wide receiver, number 9, Gavin Sandos. Fullback, number 15, Caden Lamb. At running back, number 22, Brian Keller. The offensive line will be number 54, Lee Major. 55, Cole Simon. 57, Logan Whitty. 58, Seth Vavra. And 66, Logan Mayhew. For the Horns, it's going to be pretty similar. Rotating in there at the wide receiver spot is going to be Stephen Murray, Cade Anderson, and Easton Freeze. Carter Libran will be playing quarterback. Dawson Molander will be your running back. Thomas Reeves at fullback. Weston Mendenhall will be your tight end. Offensive line will be Zach Herbert, Jesus Medina, Zach Tarrin, Tyler O'Neill, and Jarrett Peterson. So we're just getting ready for kickoff. Valentine won the toss. They chose to defer to the second half. And so Chase County will receive. Valentine's going to defend that south goal, so Chase County is going to be moving north to south as we get ready to go here. Looks like a Dundee County heavy officiating crew tonight with the venerable Chris Freeland white-hatting this crew. So looks like we're just waiting for the clock to get set, and we're about ready to go for Longhorn football and a chance at playoffs right here from Chase County High School. It's a beautiful night. The Chase County track team is selling cinnamon rolls, hot chocolate, and coffee. I think the cinnamon rolls may go. I don't know if anybody's going to want hot chocolate and coffee right now. I think it's still nearly 70 degrees out there. So maybe as the sun goes down, it'll start to cool down. But beautiful night for football, and we are ready to go. Looks like number 37. And there is no 37, so I'm wrong. Set to kick it off here, 57. That's going to be Logan Whitty. Knocks it deep, and it's going to be taken by Stephen Murray at the 15. Stephen to the 20, the 25. Follows some blockers, the 30. Shakes his way to 35 and out of bounds, just across the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. None of the Badgers really broke through the blocking wall of Chase County, but Stephen really was kind of fishing for a hole to get through and couldn't really find one, but just by following his blockers, advanced all the way up, and it's going to be sitting right on the Longhorn 35-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10, and Chase County is going to take over. Once again, senior Carter Libran will be under center, getting his Longhorns ready to go. Play being signaled in from the sideline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like a 53 type of defense right now for Valentine. Turn going to give it to Dawson Molander, and that was red. Valentine was ready for that play. He's going to be dumped nearly 5 yards deep. If they give him forward progress, might only be a loss of maybe 4. That was might have been. Boy, these Valentine numbers are incredibly hard to read. They are skinny and they're red and they're bunched up in their in their uniforms. So I'm just going to be guessing here for a while. 2nd down to 14, maybe even 15 for Chase County. Good play to start defensively. Molander has it. Little toss sweep to the right. Following his blockers. Reeves gets a block out. He turns the corner, but not much. Maybe the original line of scrimmage for Dawson. Might have got 5. Looks like he did, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. That play was strung out pretty well by Valentine. Slow developing, but they did finally push Dawson out of bounds on this sideline closest to us, the Longhorn sideline. I do believe that was Caden Lamb with that tackle in the backfield on Molander on 1st down now that I look. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. See if the Longhorns go to the air, if they're going to stay to the ground right here. 53 defense. Man, these Valentine players are tight. There's nobody more than about 5 yards off the line. And Carter's going to throw, and, man, he had a man. And I think Luis Coe maybe had 1st down yardage, but Carter just left it way short. It was able to be knocked down by the defense. Luis was behind the linebackers and in front of the safeties, and I think he probably was going to be able to turn and get a 1st down if he was able to, if the ball got to him. But a little bit left short, knocked down, and it's going to be a punt time for Chase County. Number 2, Ashton Lurs deep for Valentine. Molander to hit it away. Line of scrimmage is the 35. He hits it. It's pretty high. It's going to fall to the ground. See which way it bounces. It's going to take a little bit of a Longhorn hop inside the 40, and for some reason, number 50, Sean Heerman, picked it up. Probably should have let that bounce. I think Horns could have got another 5 yards out of that, but I don't think Sean necessarily expected to have it bounce up right in front of him, so he grabbed it and he downed it, and that's going to be a 15, 25-yard punt, no return. So really good field position for the Badgers as they take over at the Longhorn 40-yard line, and it's going to be their first time with the ball, 1st and 10. It's going to be Lurs at quarterback, and he's going to be in a pistol set. Looks like he's got one running back right beside him and one behind him, so 2 in the backfield, 2 wide receivers split out to the left and to the right. Lurs is going to take it, quarterback keep, straight keep, tries the outside, runs tough. ran through about 2-3 arm tackles there on the line, got his way up to about the 46-yard line where he's brought down by Thomas Reeves, gain of 6, and it's going to be 2nd down and 4. Chase County had that thing stopped up, it looked like, right at the point of attack, but nobody really wrapped Lures up, and he kind of got under the blockers and made his way across for some good yardage. 2nd and 4. Lures again, one of the backfield, 3 receivers, and now the Horns are going to jump offside. It's going to be a 1st down for the Badgers, and that's just a lack of discipline there for Chase County, especially in that shotgun. There's time to get penetration into the backfield. You just have to key the ball. And, probably some nerves out there for the Longhorns, but not a particularly great start on the line of scrimmage. Looks to me like right now, 5 plays in, Valentine right now is sort of controlling the line. That's can easily change. So Lurs takes it, going to give inside now. And another good, tough run. Going to be another 6, maybe 7 for Valentine. That's going to be number 22, Brian Keller, on the carry. He's brought down in there. I think I saw Zach Tarrin maybe got in on that. Luis Coe, number 60, Jesus Medina got in on that stop a little bit. So he drugged some Longhorn tacklers quite a ways in. It's all the way down to the 43-yard line of Chase County, 2nd down and 4. Lures again. He's got twins out to the right. Going to give it to Keller. And Keller trying to make his way. I think he only maybe got 2 there. So Keller with back-to-back carries. Got 6 on the first one, maybe only 2 on that one. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2, right between the Longhorn 41-yard line. See what the Badgers dial up here on 3rd and short. It's been all run so far. Lear's going to take that pistol, shotgun snap. And he takes it. It's going to be a keep, and he's got an easy 1st down. He didn't get much more than that. You could see that he was easily going to get to the line to gain, but the linebackers filled right there. Looked like 73 Jarrett Peterson got in on that a little bit. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 for, going to be a 1st and 10 for the Badgers down inside the Longhorn 40 to the 38-yard line. And so consecutive 1st downs for the Badgers has them, moving the ball here. We're 3 minutes in, still no score. Chase County had the ball first, went 3 and out, and now the Badgers driving. They had good field position. They've moved it about 22, 23 yards here. Now Lurs with the screen. Nice play right there. Boy, Luis Coe came shooting in there. Number 15, Caden Lamb, the fullback, turned, and it was just a little center screen. And it looked like right as he was turning to run, he was cut down for maybe only a 1-yard gain by Luis Coe. So good job by Coe. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. Wide receiver to the left, 1 to the right. Little flanker out there to the right, 1 back behind Lurs. Going to take it. High snap, but he brings it down. Keller has it, and he's bottled up at the line. Nice job. Good penetration by Tarrin. And then he forced him right into the arms of Peterson. And is that Tyler O'Neill? Nope, 73. Jarrett and Tyler, I think it was. And so that's going to be loss of 1 full one. It's going to be 3rd and just a little more than 10. 3rd and 10 and a half probably for the Badgers. So big down right here for Chase County. We have not seen the Badgers go to the air yet. I guess the screen pass, but downfield. So I'm assuming we'll see that right now. We'll see what Lurs can do through the air. And there's going to be a false start, so that's going to make it even tougher on the Badgers. Let's call it 3rd and 15 now. It's going to back it all the way up to near the Horns' 44-yard line. Good job by the Longhorn defense so far. It's just that the Badgers have just, 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, here and there, and just have had the ball moving. But now it's 3rd and long. Lurs, straight drop. Pressure by Reeves, but he's going to go across, and it's way over the head of everybody. The intended receiver out there was Peyton Whitty. Murray and Coe were back there on defense to defend, but really that pass went 10, 15 yards over everybody's head. I think more than anything, Lurs was just getting it out of his hands. He didn't really have anybody, and it's going to bring up 4th and 16. 7:27 remains. Should be punt time here for the Badgers. Easton Freeze back deep for the Longhorns, and he's been electric here in the second half of this season. He had a kickoff return for a touchdown at Gordon Rushville, a big punt return for a touchdown last week at Wood River at a critical time. So let's see if Easton can get his hands on it with some space. It's hit away, and Easton's going to let it bounce, and now, yep, it's going to bounce inside the 5, and it's going to be downed right near the 1-yard line. Let's see if a player got – in high school, the player can be in the end zone as long as the ball doesn't cross. It looked like a Valentine player's foot was in the end zone, but he stopped the ball right on the 1-yard line. So the Longhorns have about as far to go as you can on a football field. It's going to be 99 yards from pay dirt. So the first thing they need to do is establish the line of scrimmage and just start getting some first downs and moving this thing out from the shadow of their own goalpost. With 7:19 to go in the first quarter, we've exchanged punts. Longhorns went 3 and out last time, but most of that was set up on that big loss of 5 on first down when a run blitz just came in and dumped Dawson for a 5-yard loss. Carter going to turn, going to give it to Dawson. He's off the left side, and I don't think that was Dawson actually. Going to be a gain of 2 or 3 up to about the 4-yard line. Let's call it a gain of 2 for Chase County. And yeah, that was, is that James? That was James MacArthur on the carry. So a little bit of that Maryland eye out there for Chase County. 3 backs behind Carter. It goes in order. It goes Reeves and then Dawson and then James out there in that Maryland eye, which is just 3 backs lined up straight behind the quarterback in line. Turn, going to be James again. This time to the outside. He cuts it out. Man, he had a hole, but he did bust it to the outside and got a little bit, but it sure looked like James had a hole to run through, but he decided to break it outside. He saw something out there, and he's going to get positive yards. He's going to get another 3 probably, and it looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 5 for Chase County at the 6-yard line. Did look like there was running room right up in the middle, but maybe there was a fill-in linebacker that James saw and made him spooked him in that hole just enough to make him bounce it out, and he got a little speed and got the edge, but wasn't able to really get out and get around, and so back to that Maryland eye. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Going to turn, and it's going to be now inside to Dawson, and Dawson's got some good yardage, and I think he's got the first down as the pile continues to drive, and he does have the first down. Big play there for Chase County. They didn't want to have to punt that thing away from their own inside the 10, and so it's going to be a first down. Let's call that thing a gain of 8 for Dawson as the middle back. And now that I look, I'm not even too sure that wasn't Luis Coe on the carry. It didn't look like as big as Dawson, but it was probably Dawson because James just came off and Luis came on. So first down and 10, and I apologize for not calling Valentine tacklers. For those of you listening that are cheering for the Badgers, I'm having a hard time with numbers. Now here's a little screen out to Cade Anderson. Not going to be worth much. Might get a yard or 2 on that thing. Just a little quick out. Tackle made out there by Connor Kretner, and I apologize if I'm saying that one wrong. Krutner, the senior, and let's call it a gain of 1 only. Going to be 2nd down and 9. We've seen that little quick out quite a bit to Cade and to Easton and sometimes to Stephen Murray out there. And if they can get 1 block, break 1 tackle, there's a little bit of a necessity for the wide receiver just to break 1 tackle themselves or to get around 1 guy. Then usually there's some running room. 2nd and 9. Carter turns. He's going to throw. Going to look down to Cade. He's got Cade on the outside. He hit him in the hands, and Cade couldn't haul it in. Cade was right at the first down marker. He turned, and then, boy, the ball was right on him in the hands, but Cade couldn't haul it in. Drop right there, and so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 9. Probably the only thing about that kind of play is, right when Cade turns, it's on you pretty quickly. So you got to turn, you got to find the ball and make your adjustment. But good throw there by Carter, so let's see if we can get another one here. 3rd down and 9. Longhorn ball at the 13, 14-yard line. Carter sends it. Cade in motion, going to take the snap, going to turn. He's going to throw it again. Oh, he's got Coe over the top, but he leaves it short. Man, Luis got behind the defense, but the ball just needed to be some air under it. There wasn't enough, and it falls incomplete. And boy, it looks to me like for everything, like the Longhorn passing game is there. Valentine has guys way up in the box. I mean, they're not very far off the line of scrimmage, and the Horns are going to have to go over the top a little bit, but they're going to have to try to figure out how to connect on a pass. couple times when they're open, pass hasn't been there, and when the pass has been there, we haven't always caught it, so we'll get there. Dawson with a nice punt. Now it's going to hit at the 50, and it's going to be down to actually the 49-yard line. So Badgers with more good field position. They're going to start this drive in Longhorn territory at the 49-yard line. The 14 to the 49, so 35-yard punt, no return for Dawson right there. And that's going to bring the Badger offense back on the field. High school cross-country state championships today. Longhorns had one runner there. I know the Badgers had one boy there, I believe, as well. I don't know who he was, but I'm pretty sure I saw Coach Gass. I'm pretty sure there was one Badger there as well. But Trevin Marino, the sophomore, wound up 68th in a field of about 120 today. Pretty good job for the sophomore. And inside give right here, that should be a nice tackle out there, first of all, by Luis Coe. And that was number 88. So 88 on the carry, 88 on the tackle. Traven Fletcher with the carry. About 2 for Fletcher to the 47. Going to be second down and 8. Good job by Luis getting in there and getting to the legs of Fletcher. Lures back in to his pistol. He's got 2 backs back there with him. Kind of claps for the count. Krittner, and I think that's... Is that Kelly back there with him? Lures takes the snap. Going to turn, going to give inside, and I'll tell you who that is in just a second. I think it might be number... It's going to be a good gain, first of all, for the Badgers. He's going to get about 6, and it's going to be third down and 2. And the ball carrier there on the inside, it's a single number. Nope, that's going to be Fletcher again. That was Fletcher on the carry. So third down and 2.5 for the Badgers. See if the Horns can stiffen up again and force the Badgers into a tough fourth down decision right here. Lure's going to stay in that pistol. Last time in this situation, he kept it himself, and he's going to do it again. Follows his lead blocker. Nice job by the interior. Tyler O'Neill and Jarrett Peterson denied it. The pile's still moving, but I think they're going to call it forward progress stopped. No gain on the play. Third down excellence right there from the Longhorn interior line. Tyler O'Neill and Jarrett Peterson were right on the spot, and they got the stop, and it's going to be fourth and let's call it 2.5 for the Badgers and see what they come up with. Badgers are coached by Ian Bish, Brooks Coleman, Jeremy Hand, Marcus Little, and Ben Shelboom. Horns, of course, led by Coach Nathan Winslick. He's assisted by Bo McConnell, Jeff Gleesberg, and Nathan Winslick. And it is going to be a punt formation for the Badgers. And, that almost got over the head of the Badgers punter, but he's going to hit it. Easton's going to let it bounce again. This time it is going to get into the end zone. So the Longhorns are going to get it first and 10 at the 20. And looking at who hit that away, looks like a 7. Yeah, I think that was Peyton Whitty that punted that away and for a touchback. So line of scrimmage there was the 41. So let's call that 41-yard punt, net of 21 with the touchback. And Horns are going to take over again with 2:13 remaining in the first quarter. We are scoreless. And Carter going to bring them up on the line, see if the Horns can get something going on offense. They're back to their traditional I formation. Here is Mullender, I believe. And Dawson ahead for a couple. Not sure. The Horns must have seen something in that Maryland eye that they wanted to try. They probably something wrinkle they've been working on to get ready for these Badgers. Gain of 2, second and 2. But I really do think, and the Horns, obviously they're run based. They're going to have to continue to try to establish the line of scrimmage. But when you look at it, the Badgers, you got 5 down linemen. You've got 3 linebackers that are within 3 yards of the line, and then you've got 2 defensive backs that are 5 yards, and then 1 safety over the top that's maybe 10 yards deep, more like 7 or 8 yards deep. So everybody is in the box, really. And now the Badgers are going to jump offside unless they were induced. Nope, and the side judge says it's an offside, so turnabout's fair play. This time Carter gets them with the hard count, and that's going to pick up 5 yards that the Horns can definitely use. And instead of 2nd and 7, let's call it 2nd and about 2. Ball at the 28-yard line of Chase County. They have the 1 first down on their second series. They were 3 and out the first series, but by and large, they haven't moved the ball too much here on these Badgers. Carter turns, going to give it to Dawson. Dawson looking, pushed outside. He's going to get first down yardage, but that's about it, maybe to the 31. So let's give Dawson 3 on the carry and a first down and 10. But minute 9 left, as I said, no score. Chase County started with the ball here. Nice crowd on hand for this homecoming game, and once again, playing for the playoffs. Beautiful weather. It couldn't get much better here in Imperial, Nebraska. I know the Valentine folks had a long drive down here, which we will reciprocate next year. So, it was a nice little crowd over there. I think it's just family mostly, probably, but there's 30, 40 people over there on the visitor stands. Not to mention that there may be some over here on the home side as well. But the Longhorn side of the bleachers are pretty full. And here is Molander. He's got some space on that toss sweep. There we go. 35, 30, 40. And now he's hit out of bounds. Let's see if he got the 40. That's going to be about perfect because he's going to get 9, and it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 1, and that's going to give Coach Gaswick all kinds of options on 2nd and 1. Sometimes it's nice to get a first down, but sometimes when you get 9 on that first down, 2nd and 1's kind of exciting because, you figure you're going to be able to pick it up on 3rd down or 4th down if you have to. So this gives you a little bit of leverage where you can, take a shot downfield, run some misdirection. You can just keep pounding. There's lots of options. Everything's open for Coach Gaswick right here. 2 receivers out here to the right, just Molander behind Dawson, and Carter is, in fact, going to throw. He's looking a little quick out to Cade, and Cade gets the first down. He's by the 45. Nice run by Cade across the 50. Cade just shucked tackles for about 5-6 yards there. Finally got a little bit of space and got a few strides downfield. So the big senior, Cade Anderson, across midfield for the Longhorns for the first time, down to the Badger 49, and it's going to be 1st and 10, and now the Longhorns got something going. Nearing the end of the first quarter, we might have 1-2 more plays here if they stay on the ground for the Longhorns. But I like what Coach Gaswick did there. Hey, he saw an opportunity to loosen that defense up a little bit, had a 2nd and 1, and the way that the Badgers are crowding the line of scrimmage right here, anytime Coach Gaswick gets an opportunity to take the top off a little bit and stretch this defense outside to side, he's going to. Horns now, the play, the count is on, and they're going to have a delay of game if they don't watch what they're doing here. And now Coach Gaswick is going to take a timeout. Let's take it with him. Be back in 1 minute on 102.9 Jack FM.
East County Longhorns, Aaron and Michelle at Troxel's Heating and Appliance in Imperial are dedicated to excellence and dedicated to quality, like quality Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Amana, and Maytag appliances. Troxel's can help keep you comfortable, too, with Lennox Home Comfort Systems. Troxel's Heating and Appliance, 12 years in business and proud sponsor of Longhorn Sports. Online at Troxel'sHeatingandAppliance.com. Ray Community District Hospital understands how important it is to be close to your loved ones when faced with a health issue. That's why Ray Community District Hospital offers intravenous, subcutaneous, and intramuscular right here close to home. Blood transfusions, central line, and catheter care. Treatments for multiple sclerosis, cancer, and Crohn's disease are just some of the services the Infusion Center provides. In order to schedule an appointment, please contact Ray Community District Hospital at 970-332-2397. Ray Community District Hospital. Family medicine with a family touch. The Chase County Longhorns play on 102.9 Jack FM and online at highplainsradio.net.
All right. Horns back on the field there. Looked like there was some confusion getting the play in, and it was nearing a delay of game. So Coach Gaswick took the timeout, and now Dawson, he's bottled up at the line of scrimmage. Probably a loss of 1, maybe back even loss of 2 into Longhorn territory. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 11, maybe even 12 here. Want to give a shout-out right quick to Miss Shay Holscher. She will be 1 year old here in a week, so very, very exciting. I think I got an invite to her birthday party, so good job, Shay. Hope you're listening in to Longhorn football, cheering for a playoff berth. That'd be a good first birthday present, I believe. That's the end of the first quarter. Chase County has the ball. They were driving, got stopped up there a little bit on first down, but they're scoreless here. And looks like it's going to be a defensive battle the rest of the way. Let's go ahead and take one more 30-second break. We'll come back for second quarter action on 102.9 KADL.
Living in your community is about living in the moment. It's about the backyard barbecue with friends, the live music that never leaves the heart. It's knowing that everything you'll ever need is right in front of you. No matter where life takes you next, we're the local bank that can help you make the most of it. Because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
The Chase County Longhorns play on 102.9 Jack FM and online at highplainsradio.net.
Cheerleaders throwing toy orange and white footballs into the crowd, Longhorn footballs. That's fun. All the kids are lined up. And the adults lined up trying to catch a football. Chase County with the ball, 2nd down and 12. They've strung a couple of first downs together here and had something going. It's just tough when a couple times we've had some first downs go backwards, and those have been kind of drive stoppers. I think I don't know if Valentine's run blitzing on those first downs or if they're just anticipating where Dawson is headed a little bit, but they've had a couple plays that have kind of stopped the Longhorn progress a little bit. But here's Carter again, little toss sweep. Dawson's got it out to the right. Got some blockers out front. Nice job. He's across the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15. He's driven out of bounds somewhere between the 20 and the 15-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 16. The Horns are in the red zone, and it's going to be 1st and 10. Just a basic toss sweep. The Horns loaded up the blockers on the left side. I saw Thomas Reeves out there with a big block. Weston Mendenhall was out there with a nice block, it looked like. And there was a couple pulling linemen, and the next thing you know, the Horns are in business at the 16-yard line, 1st down and 10. Finally driven out of bounds out there, believe by number 1, Will Springer. Finally pushed Dawson out of bounds. So 2 receivers to the right, just Dawson behind Carter. Carter takes it. Going to give inside. That's that little reverse to Coe. Coe has one man to beat. He's at the 10 and inside to the 5. That was that little inside counter. I like that play. I just like how it gives misdirection and keeps those linebackers from flowing too hard one way. It's going to be another first down. They're going to call it 2nd and short. That's okay. 2nd and short for Chase County. I think they might even measure this thing. Boy, it's they needed the 6. It's on the 6. I'm a little surprised they didn't just call it a first down, but it looks like they're eyeballing it and saying, no, not quite. That's okay. That actually gives the Horns a few more cracks at this thing as long as you avoid penalties or any kind of slip-ups here. Carter, and there's your slip-up. The center never snapped the ball, and now you're going to back it up 5. So the Horns, instead of being 2nd down and a half yard, they're going to be 2nd and 5 here. Had to be some kind of a snap count misunderstanding because everybody went except the snap. So it happens. We see that at every level of football. 11:44 remains, 2nd quarter. It's all tied up at 0, scoreless so far. But Chase County inside. We're just inside the 10. Now they're back to the 11-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 for the Horns. I formation, 1 receiver out to the right. That's Anderson. Carter's going to pitch. It's that toss sweep out to Dawson. Now he's going to cut it back, and he's snowed under. Loss of another 3 or 4 for Dawson, and Horns are, 2nd down and a half yard at the 6. All you got to do is keep driving forward, give the thing to Tommy or Dawson a couple times, and you probably are in the end zone. Instead, you're third down and looks like about 7 from the 14-yard line. 3rd down and 8 from the 14-yard line. So see if Chase County can do something with it here. 11 minutes remaining, 2nd quarter. It is homecoming. We will have the coronation at halftime. Talk about the candidates here in just a minute. Dawson brings him under center. He's got 2 receivers out to the right, 2 backs behind him. Carter. Carter's going to give it to Dawson, and he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. And the straight gives to Dawson so far, off tackle and off guard, haven't really gone anywhere. Valentine is, I don't know if they're stunting and getting through or if the Longhorns are just not able to hold them out, but they're getting into the backfield and not giving Dawson any breathing room. And I'm going to guess we've got a field goal attempt from James MacArthur coming here. Well, I don't see James out there, so maybe in the kicking game, maybe Coach Gaswick feels like this is just a little long for him. Ball is scrimmaging from the 16, 17-yard line. And maybe Carter's just trying to draw him off. And there's a false start from Chase County. Jesus Medina got a little anxious and pulled out of his stance. So 2 penalties, 2 negative plays have the Longhorns backed way up. I think they're going to be outside even the 20 now. And still doesn't look like they're going to go to MacArthur here. Many more penalties. It may be time to punt. But just an unfortunate turn of events here. 4th down and 16 from the 22-yard line for Chase County. So we're going to see some kind of a throw over the top. So here is where you hope that you can win a jump ball to a guy like Cade or Easton. Perhaps you get a pass interference out there, something. Carter drops back. He's looking. He's got Cade, and it's actually got Easton, and Easton just, I don't know. The ball, maybe Easton was running kind of a post route, and the ball sort of sailed over his back shoulder a little bit. Boy, he did get behind the defense, and Carter put one out there, maybe put a little bit more air under it, but it was an okay look. Certainly an opportunity there for Chase County. Easton just wasn't able to get his body contorted and haul it in, so it's going to be a turnover on down. So what looked like a very promising opportunity for Chase County goes the other way, and the Badgers hold. And with 9:42 remaining in the second quarter, it remains scoreless. Badgers are going to take over on their own 22-yard line. See if Chase County can let's just get a 3-and-out and get that thing right back. Get back on the move. Lurs takes it. He's going to fake. He's going to keep it himself. And he's got space. Finally, Coe brings him down. He got right off the tackle. Medina had a shot at him, it looked like, but he got past him. And Coe is going to get him, but not until Lurs gets a full 8 here. So it's going to be 2nd down and 2 at the 30-yard line. Lurs now in the pistol. He's got one back behind him. He's got split ends both ways. A flanker to his left. Turns and talks to his back, Keller. Now he's going to give to Keller. Keller brought down right at the, he breaks the tackle, but now he's brought down at the line. I think Reeves had the first crack at him, didn't get him, but then Peterson and Coe did clean up and might have lost a yard. So 3rd down and 3. We talked about could the Horns, hold 3 and out, and they got 8 on 1st down, but now a loss of 1 on 2nd down, and see if Chase County can do the job here and force the quick, get that ball right back, force the quick punt. Lurs with Keller in the backfield. Got one receiver to the right, one flanker to the right. One receiver all the way out there, way wide out to the left. He's going to fake inside, going to keep it. And, boy, there's guys there, but he cuts back. Lurs, man, they had Lurs dead to rights, and he just reverse field, and he's going to gain 20, 25 out of this thing. That's unfortunate. Chase County had him stopped, and he just made a little jump cut and headed all the way out to the left. That thing started at the the 29 of Valentine and wound up almost exactly on midfield. Let's call it cross midfield, and there's also, you're going to add in a personal foul. Looked like maybe a late hit out of bounds on the Longhorns. So 22 yards on the gain, and now you're going to tack 15 more on, and now it's the Badgers that are threatening. They're going to have 1st and 10 from the Longhorn 35-yard line. So just inside the 35, as a matter of fact. 8:19 remains, second quarter. Badgers, they did a good job. The Horns just didn't have much discipline there down on the goal line. Penalties and running backs just got dumped in the backfield a couple times, and now the Badgers have it going the other direction. So the Horns just have to pick up the pieces here, bow their necks a little bit, and get that thing right back. We've seen them do it a lot of this year. Keller with the inside give, and he's got quite a bit of room. You're noticing on that pistol, the Horns are getting some penetration into the backfield, but then Keller just kind of ran right up underneath that penetration, and he got another 8 right there. So 2nd down and 2, ball at the Longhorn 27-yard line now, from the 35 down to the 27. Lures with trips out to the right. This has been a place where he's kept the ball so far tonight. And he's going to drop back. He's going to throw it this time. He's got a man, and Murray has coverage, and it is dropped. Nice pass there by Lures. He put it on the backside shoulder right down there near the pylon of the goal line in the corner. And the intended receiver comes up a little bit limping. Looks like he got turned around, maybe twisted an ankle or something there on the play. I think that was Whitty. Peyton Whitty, number 7, that was the intended receiver. So it's going to be third down and a short 2, maybe a long 1.5 right here. So big play here if the Horns could somehow get some penetration and force a 4th down here. This has been all lures all night, and this time they're going to give to Keller, and he's got first down yardage. He's across 25 down to the 24. Going to be first down and 10 Badgers. 7:28 remain. We're still scoreless here at Chase County High School. It's been a defensive battle, and anybody that's ever watched a Chase County Valentine football game that's about exactly what we expect. We expect physical, and we expect defensive, and a lot of run game, and that's what we're seeing so far. So right now the Badgers with the best of it and have an opportunity here. First down and 10 inside the Horns 25. Lures takes the snap in. Going to keep it himself, and good fake right there, and good tackling. Coe came in, made a little hit, didn't wrap up, but then that was Dawson that came in and cleaned it up, and it's going to be a gain of 1, second down and 9. Badgers get their plays much like the Longhorns. They look over at the sideline, wait for the signal. There's about 4 guys giving signals over there. Obviously, one of them's the hot signal. The other 3 are dummies so that the other sideline can't steal the plays. And now here's Lurs on 2nd and 9. Takes the snap. He's going to give to Keller this time. Keller tries to bounce it out. There's tackler. Nice job now. Luis Coe, that was an excellent job of getting down low and wrapping up. That was a really good tackle right there for 88. Loss of 2, and it's going to be 3rd and 12 here for the Badgers. Maybe even a loss of 3 right there. Luis got in there. He took the legs. It's that old Seattle Seahawks kind of rugby tackle. He just got to the legs and rolled and brought the back Keller down with him. And now you'd think the Badgers probably go to the air. One other option here is where Lures has just kind of dropped back and just sort of looked for room and then used his legs to make something happen. And I bet we're going to get a timeout here by the Badgers. They're waiting for a play, and it looks like Coach is going to take a timeout, and he does. Let's take it with him. Let's just take 30 seconds. We'll be right back for this 3rd and 12 play on 102.9 Jack FM.
But Adams Lumber would like to wish the Longhorns the best of luck in tonight's game. When you stop by Adams Lumber in Imperial, you will see everything you'd expect in a hardware store, but you will also find an amazing design center to make sure you get exactly what you want for any project you are undertaking. Did you know that Adams Lumber has 2 full-scale lumber yards, their very own ready-mix plant, and a landscaping facility? Adams Lumber and USS Hardware. If you need it, they have it. Good luck, Longhorns.
The Chase County Longhorns play on 102.9 Jack FM and online at highplainsradio.net.
Beautiful night here at Chase County. I see that the Longhorn Track fundraiser, the cinnamon rolls, I see people walking by with cinnamon rolls. That's good to see. Scott Libran, if you're not here, you should come to the football field. You should eat some cinnamon rolls and watch some Longhorn football, you being a former Longhorn legend yourself. So if you are here, then good. You better be eating a cinnamon roll. Big congrats to the Way family, Scott and Tiffany, their 3rd daughter, born this week too. Always good to hear. Lots of girls over there, down there by Schroeder Park. Congratulations to them. Here we go, 3rd and 12. Lurs takes it. He's looking. He's got a man on a wheel route out there, and he's going to go to him. Jablonski on the coverage. Jablonski gets turned, and that was nicely done by Tristan Jablonski. Number 3, Connor Krutner, came out of the backfield and just ran a wheel route down the Valentine sideline. Jablonski saw it the whole way, but the key to that play was how Jablonski got his body turned, saw the ball, got up, knocked it down, and forced this 4th down and long play. No man's land right here for the Badgers, unless you've got a really good kicker that can knock a 40-yarder through. You're probably, you're certainly not going to punt, so you're probably in go for it territory right here. 5:38 remain in the 2nd quarter. It's Chase County 0, Valentine 0, and the Badgers are going to take their 2nd timeout. So let's keep it right here for a minute. Want to have a few things to announce. As I said, Chase County Longhorns, their season came to an end in the cross country today with the state cross country meet where where Trevin Marino finished 68th in a field of about 120 for the Longhorns. Longhorns sophomore was the Horns' only qualifier this year. But a really nice season for the Longhorn boys and girls. The softball team, we know, finished up action here a couple of weeks ago with the district tournament up in Chadron, and the state softball is already completed. That's all in the books already. Longhorn volleyball team will head into sub-district play this Monday at Ogallala, and they will take on the Hershey Panthers. If I'm not mistaken, they will end up having played Hershey 3 times in a row here, once in the SPVA championship, once in the regular season finale at Hershey on Tuesday night, and now in the first round of the sub-districts. They were swept in a best of 3 at the SPVA tournament, but then after getting out to an 0-2 start to the Panthers the other night in Hershey, they came back and won the next 2 sets and forced a tough 5th game where they did fall to the Panthers, but that had to be a confidence boost. So we're going to hope the Lady Longhorns can get that first win in that 2-3 seed game. And here we go, Valentine. It's 4th and 12. Lurs. He's got 3 receivers out here to right. He's looking, no pressure. Now he throws, and he's got him. Man, gosh darn it. Just way too much time for Lurs to be able to look around, and he got it in there to, I believe that's number 15, Caden Lamb that was out there, and it was Lamb, and it's going to be a first down. But there is a flag in the backfield. Hopefully we're looking at a hold back here. Hard to believe that would be on the Horns where it was, yeah, and it's a hold. So I said that there wasn't much pressure. That could be a lot why, because it looked like, generally when a quarterback's back there, the Longhorns with Peterson, Reeves, and O'Neal and some of those guys, they're generally pretty good at getting some pressure back there, and none of them were coming through the line, but sometimes it's hard to when you're getting held. So all the way back to the 35-yard line, and now you may see the Badgers go ahead and punt. They're 4th and 29, 4th and 30, 4th and 31, I don't know, 4th and 21, 22, 4th and 21 or 22 here for Valentine. Not strong in math, but it looks like about 21, 22 here. They are going to go for it. 3 receivers. Looks like it's now they get the Horns to jump offside, and got to be more disciplined than that on 4th and 22. 4th and 16 or 17 still, but that's sometimes that's the difference for a team. So I would say Chase County, and their mistakes have been aggressive mistakes. They've been, jumping across too early and doing some of those things. It hasn't been, any effort-based thing, but just a little bit of discipline, a little bit of holding your water here. We've seen both teams jump a little bit and give the other team a quick 5. So here we go again. Yep, well, we have a timeout. And is this going to be Chase County? 5:28 remaining. Let's take a 30-second break. Be right back on 102.9 Jack FM.
Ah, yes, you can smell it in the air. Friday night Longhorn football and crops getting ready to be harvested. This is Andre with Trinidad Benham, and being a Longhorn football alumni, I know what it takes to work hard and help produce a winning season. At Trinidad Benham, we have worked hard to become a leading marketer and advocate for dry edible beans. Learn more about us at trinidadbenham.com. We're proud supporters of Longhorns.
The Chase County Longhorns play on 102.9 Jack FM and online at highplainsradio.net.
5:28 remain in the second quarter. It's scoreless. Badgers have a 4th down and 16 from the Longhorn 30-yard line, and here we go. Lurs drops back. He's got some time, throws it across the middle. Man wide open. How in the world that man was running that wide open in between 3 Longhorn wide receivers? I don't know, but Connor Krutner has it inside the 5-yard line, and that's a huge play for the Badgers. The ball was in the air a long time, and there were 3 Horns defenders back there, but just nobody went and made a play on the ball. Nice little throw by Lurs. He put it on the money, and he's done that a few times. He's got a good arm. And now the Horns are going to have to really get to work, as it's going to be 1st and goal from about the 2-yard line. Boy, that's going to be a tough one to swallow if the Horns can't get something going here, if this does in fact result in a touchdown. So let's see what the defense can do. Lurs going to take it himself. He's up the middle. Touchdown Badgers. So, man, like we said before, though, you had 4th and 22, and then the offside made it 4th and 17, and then there's a little bit closer and hit that pass inside the 5. And good job by the Badgers. Let's just give them a bunch of credit. That was a nice ball by Lures and a nice job hauling it in traffic by Kretner. And it's 6-0 Badgers, and back to attempt the extra point. It's going to be a hold by Lures. Get you the number of the kicker if I can see it here. Snap is back. It's up, and it looks like it made it through a low-line driver. Nope, no good. It was off to the left. So didn't see who kicked it. He hasn't turned his back to me yet. I don't know. No good. 6-0 Badgers. 4:55 remaining second quarter. Let's see if the Longhorns now can answer. One thing that they've been able to do this year is answer scores. We saw it against Amherst. We saw it certainly against Wood River. We've seen it in some big spots where the Horns have given up some scores and then came right back and scored themselves and put games away. Even the Gibbon team that was kind of hung in there and gave the Horns a go. I know Gibbon hasn't had a whole lot of good things happen this year, but they gave the Horns a little bit of a test there in about the second or third game of the year. But the Horns, had a couple scores late where they answered a score or two, and so that's what they're going to need to do here. The Badgers will start the second half with the ball. Presumably, they won the toss and deferred to the second half. So, be good to see Chase County be able to mount a drive. Plenty of time. They have almost all of 5 minutes, and I believe Coach Gaswick has 2 of his 3 timeouts remaining. Badgers are out of timeouts, though I don't know if they'll need them. I guess if they get the ball back. So, set to boot it away is 57, Logan Whitty. Going to be Murray and Tucker Mullender back deep for the Horns, and Tucker's going to be able to take this. The freshman grabs it at the 20, 25. He's at the 30. He's going to break through 35. Now he's going to bounce outside. Can't get outside the tackler. He's at the 35, though. Drug down up to almost the 40. So in really nice field position. Tucker took that on around the 20, moved it up to the 40, about a 20-yard return for the young running back. And Horns, good field position here. Plenty of time. Time to get something going on offense. They had something going there in that last series, and then it kind of all fell apart. So now time to mount something and then finish it off here before the half. Badgers lead at 6-0, 4:45. Homecoming candidates, there's one out there playing quarterback, Carter Librant. He'll be joined by 2 cross-country runners, Mr. Colin O'Neill and Mr. Peyton Dubas. On the girls' side, Bryn McNair, Allie McNair, and Joey Clevenger will be your homecoming court. And now Carter's going to throw. He's looking. He goes over the top. He's got a man, and nothing there. He was trying Easton Freeze. Easton had just sort of broken back behind the defense. There is a flag in the backfield, and it's going to be a personal foul, roughing the passer. So looks like they got a little bit of a late hit on Carter, and so that's going to be a gain of 15. So both teams now with a personal foul that are going to be, that could do some damage here, as the Longhorns are going to move from the 40 across midfield all the way down to the 45 of the Badgers. I did not see who made the hit on Carter. I was watching where the ball was flying, but that's a big gain. And now Chase County, now time is no factor whatsoever really, as they have 4 minutes 40 seconds left and only 45 yards to navigate to the goal line. So take really the clock out of the occasion. You can run your whatever offense you want at this point, especially with 2 timeouts in your back pocket still. And now it's going to be I formation. Cade Anderson split out to the right. Coe is the flanker. Carter going to give a little toss sweep to Dawson. Dawson tries the right side. He's got the 45 back and maybe a couple yards. Not a big gain for Chase County. Let's call it 2.5. It's going to be 2nd down and 8. Call it a gain of 3 here for Dawson. 2nd down and 7. Playoffs on the line. Chase County will travel. Both teams that and Valentine, I guess I look at it and say that Valentine has to win in order to get in. And it still might be a little bit of a shoot. I don't know that they'll get in. The Horns will get in with a win and could get in. Dawson trips in the backfield. Looked like he was going off tackle. I don't know how much room he had, but he tripped before he ever got to the line. He's going to lose 2 yards on the thing, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 9. nothing you can do about a slip, but the Longhorns just have too many negative plays so far tonight. Just it's the plays that not only don't gain yards but lose yards that seem to be really hurting them right now. So see if Carter goes back to the air now on 3rd and 9. If they can keep him clean, his receivers are getting open over the top, and there's room for him to run. Just going to be a matter of if the Horns can keep the pressure out, and if Carter can be patient and find his receiver. You got twin receivers out to the right. That's going to be Murray and Anderson. Freeze over here to the left. Now Murray in motion. Carter drops back. There's some pressure. He's going to throw over the middle, and he just leaves it short. He had a man there, but it just fell short of him. It was going to be Anderson. And Cade kind of got turned and got inside. He sort of had his body in between his defender and the sideline, which meant that he was the only one that was really going to have a chance at that ball on the inside, but it just fell about 3-4 yards short of him. It looked like Carter maybe I don't know if he felt pressure. He threw it off his back foot for sure, and it fell incomplete. So Dawson on to punt. It's going to be Ashton Lurs back to receiving. Oh, man, they got in on Dawson there. I can't believe that punt didn't get blocked. Going to hit at the 20, the 15, roll out of bounds right there between the 15, 16-yard line. So let's see. The 44 down to the 16, that's going to be 20, 26 and 4, 30-yard, 24 to the 16, 32-yard punt. Nope. 28-yard punt, no return. 28-yard punt for Dawson. And here we go. 3:32 remaining in the first half. Badgers lead at 6-0. Horns are going to have to clean things up in the second half. Maybe they get another crack at this. Maybe they get the ball back here before the half with 3:32 left. They do have 2 timeouts remaining. But whatever they do offensively, they're going to have to clean things up. And if they want to get and punch in the end zone, Lurs keeps it himself. All kinds of room to run. Boy, and then he breaks a tackle, and now he's all the way out to the 36, 37-yard line. Gain of about 20. Lurs didn't get touched until he was 20 yards deep at the 36-yard line. So good job, really well blocked by the Badgers. Going to be 1st and 10. Now the Badgers can start thinking about, your mentality changes with a 20-yard gain there from, boy, protect the ball, don't give it back, don't let the Longhorns have it back, and get the ball in good field position to, hey, maybe we've got a shot to go score here. They are out of timeouts, so you got that going. Krutner in motion. Now Lurs is going to come to it. The screen, well read. Nice job there by Tyler O'Neill. Tyler O'Neill blew the play up. I don't think he even necessarily knew that he was blowing it up, but he just there was a blocker out there, number 58, Vavra, and Tyler just went in and blew him up, and when he did, he kind of backed him right into the ball carrier. The catch was made, and there was a gain of about 5 yards, but that looked like it could go for some yards. There were some blockers out front. Good job by Tyler being disruptive there. Let's call it 2nd down and 5 now with 2:30 remaining. Lures with one in the backfield, one split out to the right. And he's going to give inside, and that's going to be Kretner. And he breaks 3-4 tackles and has another big gain. Let's give Kretner 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 on the play. He's into Longhorn territory at the 47-yard line. And right now, the Valentine Badgers are winning the line of scrimmage, and they're moving the football. Lurs brings them out, 2:17, 2:16 and counting. Lots of time really still. And now that should have been a false start, but it wasn't. Lurs is going to take it, and he doesn't get tackled. He gets most of the yards he needed for a 1st down. Boy, he's just running right by tacklers. And I think, I don't know if those blocks are just sticky and they're just having a trouble getting off of them or what. Are they going to give him a 1st down here? Nope. We're going to give him a gain of 9. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. We're inside 2 minutes, 1:51. But, boy, the Badgers are moving the ball, and it's all on the ground right now. I know there was a screen pass that got 5 yards, but the rest of it's been on the ground so far. Lure is going to turn. He's going to give it inside to Kretner again. And he busts it outside, has the 1st down. He's inside the 30 to about the 29, where it's going to be 1st and 10. When they get the stick set, it's going to be down to about 1:30, 1:35 remaining in the first half right now. Badgers 6-0. The Horns don't want to go down 2 scores right here. Can they stiffen up? Get a negative play or something. No timeouts for the Badgers is the good news. So if you can just stop their progress a little bit. Now, there we go. Lures with a gain of maybe 1. and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 9. And by the time the Badgers get this thing snapped again, we ought to be down around a minute. 113, 112. They're inside the 30, though. You got to think they've got to go to the air at least once or twice here if they want to get it in. 103, 102. Lure's calling for it. Gets the snap just inside a minute, and now he's back. Boy, he's got forever to throw. He's going to go downfield. He's got a man. And I think, was that picked off? Nope, knocked down. Stephen Murray made a nice play on it. No, it wasn't Murray. That was Jablonski. Yeah, Tristan Jablonski made a nice play on it. He had it in his hands. Tristan was the only one with a shot at that ball. 3rd down and 9 coming up. 51 seconds left. Nice job by the sophomore defensive back there to have great position and get up. He squatted a little, meaning he stopped his feet, locked his hips, and I thought, uh-oh, but he saw the ball well. He had it timed up, and he high-pointed it. There was the Badger receiver made enough contact on Tristan that he wasn't able to haul it in, but a good play, and it's now 3rd down and 9. Need some pressure on Lures right here. Takes the snap, and now there's some pressure. Here's a man in on him. It is a screen, though, that's why, and a nice play. Tommy Reeves was in on him, but I want to see who made that play because it's going to be no gain right there. And one of the linebackers came up and did a tremendous job making that play. Was that Strateski? Looked like maybe Dawson Molander. That was Dawson that made that play in there. Jablonski came in and helped him out, and now we're 25 seconds, and it's 4th down. Coach Gaswick's more than happy to let this clock run down. I think the Badgers will let it run and then just maybe try to take one shot to the end zone. At least that's what I'd do, but they don't have a timeout. 13, 12, 11. Horns just need to back up. They need to make sure nothing gets over the top. 8, 7, 6. This is going to be the last play of the first half. Lurs is going to go deep, and now there's a timeout. So Coach Gaswick wanted to let the clock run, and now he's going to get his defense set. Great job right there by Coach Gaswick. He let the clock run down so it guarantees that this is the last play, just in case, say, Valentine would catch a ball, with the clock stopping on a 1st down, catch a ball at the 5, and still have another play. So this guarantees with 3 seconds left, this is the last play. But now he's going to have an opportunity to get his defense set, and what we're going to see is about 3-4 defensive backs all the way back by the 10, 5-yard line, making sure that they knock anything down, and that no Badger players, no Badger receivers get in front of them. So good job there by Coach using his timeout, and can't take it with him at this point. So, and it looks like the near birthday girl Shay Holscher is in fact at the football game tonight. I see her walking across with her grandma. Here we go. 4th down and 9. Last play of the first half. Homecoming festivities coming up at halftime. Carter Librant, Colin O'Neill, Peyton Dubas, Allie McNair, Bren McNair, Joey Clevenger. Last year's Queen Chloe Dillon and last year's King Emmett Zugi will be giving away the crowns. Their reigns are over. Here we go. 4th down and 9. Horns not that deep. I'm a little surprised that they're not as deep as they are, but here we go. Lures drops back, throws it over the middle. Doesn't look like there's anybody there. Good job by Easton Freeze knocking it down, and that's going to end the half. So right there by Chase County, really nice job stopping that what looked to be an effective drive by the Badgers. I see Jarrett Peterson out there talking to Chris Freeland, and my guess is that Jarrett's talking about, I'm getting held every play. And I don't know that that's true. I haven't necessarily seen it. They called the one, but both of his shoulder pads are showing, meaning his jersey's getting tugged on a little. And I'm sure that he's talking to the white hat out there about hey, you can't let them hold me back here. So Badgers lead at 6-0. They've had most of the offense here in the second quarter. Chase County had the one time that they threatened and just kind of had it undone with mistakes. But they're going to go in the locker room. They're going to talk things out. The Badgers are going to start the second half with the football, but the Horns are and then keep playing that stiff defense. And if they can, they could make their way into the playoffs for the first time in any of the careers of any of these guys that are on the field right now. I believe it was last year's senior class that was the last one to get in as when they were freshmen. So it's been a long time and never for these players. And so I know that they're going to be looking forward to that opportunity, and I know this is going to be a heck of a second half as they wait for that. So probably going to have a little bit of an extended halftime here. They have 15 minutes up on the clock, but I know we're going to have the coronation and those type of things. And And so we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about the first half, and we'll get ready for second half, and we'll do all that here over the halftime break. But for right now, let's go ahead and take a 5-minute break. And when we come back, we'll pick back up and get you through the halftime here at Chase County. It's the Badgers 6, Longhorns 0, back in 5 minutes on 102.9 Jack FM.
Memorial Hospital reminds you that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. Women who regularly get screened for breast cancer have a 47% lower risk of dying from the disease compared to those that don't. Melissa Memorial Hospital offers mammograms Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. To schedule your appointment, just call 970-854-2241. To learn more, just visit melissamemorial.org. At Waypoint Bank, our lending decisions are made locally. What does that mean to you? Well, we make quick decisions. It also means when you deal with a family-owned bank like Waypoint, you aren't just a number. We proudly offer personalized care with a story of strong values. At Waypoint Bank, we've been providing financial assistance and guidance since 1883. Our word is our bond and has been for all these years. It's called relationship banking. Nothing new, just something we do at Waypoint Bank. Waypoint Bank, guiding your success and invested in your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, it's Travis at Bonanza Ford & Ray. Keeping up with today's market is something we're paying close attention to. If you're asking yourself, is this a good time to trade, or is it better to look at new or used? These are the questions our staff can answer. Our goal is to help you make the best choices for your needs and get you in the vehicle you love. Visit us online at bonanzafordofray.com or stop by and see us off of Adams Street in Ray.
At Allo Fiber, being local is one of our core values for a reason. We believe our customers deserve exceptional service and support, which can only be provided when we are a part of the communities we serve. So wherever Allo Fiber services are available, you will also find local stores, local team members, and local support. To learn more, visit allofiber.com/local or drop by an Allo store today and experience exceptional service with local heart.
The Specialty Clinic at the Chase County Community Hospital is excited to spotlight Dr. Samuel R. Sims. As a CRNA, Dr. Sims has advanced specialty education in anesthesia. In collaboration with appropriate healthcare professionals, he provides preoperative, intraoperative, and postoperative care to patients and assists in management and resuscitation of critical patients in intensive care, coronary care, and emergency situations. For more information about the types of procedures and/or conditions that Sam assists with, please call our Specialty Clinic at 882-7256.
In search of a new or used vehicle? Come visit us at Imperial Country Ford. We have the vehicles to fit your needs, whether it's a pickup you're looking for, SUVs, or cars. Don't forget about our service department. Our Ford-certified technicians can keep your vehicle running right. We are your one-stop shop. Give us a call, 308-882-4323, or visit us on the web at ImperialNECountryFord.com. Good luck to the Longhorn sports teams from all of us at Imperial Country Ford. Just like the Chase County Longhorns, Aaron and Michelle at Troxel's Heating and Appliance in Imperial are dedicated to excellence and dedicated to quality, like quality Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Amana, and Maytag appliances. Troxel's can help keep you comfortable, too. Medical comfort systems. Troxel's Heating and Appliance, 12 years in business, and proud sponsor of Longhorn Sports.
Go Longhorns! Good luck this season.
Online at Troxel'sHeatingandAppliance.com.
There's a place that's shaped by more than county lines and state borders. It's a place we call home, where moments are shared, where communities are strengthened, and life's special memories happen right here. No matter what home is to you, we're the local bank that can help you make the most of it, because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Adams Lumber Company is your locally owned Benjamin Moore Realtor in Imperial and Grant. Benjamin Moore paints offer the best quality paints. They are durable and stand up to outside weather conditions and indoor cleaning. With Adams Lumber Design Center and Benjamin Moore's amazing color catalog, choosing just the right shade for your home is guaranteed to be a cinch. The crew at Adams Lumber would like to wish all area students and athletes the best of luck this school year. Adams Lumber and Do It Best Hardware, if you need it, they have
Country and track, FFA, Ah, yes, you can smell it in the air. Friday night Longhorn football and crops getting ready to be harvested. This is Andre with Trinidad Venom, and being a Longhorn football alumni, I know what it takes to work hard and help produce a winning season. At Trinidad Venom, we have worked hard to become a leading marketer and advocate for dry edible beans. Learn more about us at TrinidadVenom.com. We're proud supporters of Longhorn sports.
The Chase County Longhorns play on 102.9 Jack FM and online at highplainsradio.net.
All right, we're back here at Chase County High School. They're in the middle of announcing the candidates for homecoming. I would say in the first half, there was some really good things that we saw from the Longhorns. I thought that, at times the perimeter running game kind of got going. It does look like there's some potential for some downfield stuff, but just the Longhorns have not connected on any of that so far in the passing game, really. They've hit a couple short ones. Kate Anderson had one nice little kind of catch and run there in the first half, but for the most part, there hasn't been much up the middle. So for the most part, so far, it's been perimeter run game for the Longhorns. That's been the most effective. So for Valentine, just a little bit of a mix, really. They've run the ball fairly effectively, but the Longhorns have had an answer for it, really. Just kind of a little bit of a defensive breakdown there on a 4th and 14. From the 30-yard line that led to a 28-yard strike that ended in points for the Badgers in their only touchdown. So the Badgers lead at 6-0. I would say the line of scrimmage offensively, I would say Valentine right now is having their way with the Chase County defensive line. As far as just a lot of times, they're quite a ways downfield. The Badgers are before they're getting tackled, but then the Horns are getting in there and making some plays then, afterwards. So it'll be really an interesting set of adjustments for both teams to see what they want to do in the second half. So looking out onto the field right now, the homecoming attendants are out there. So looks like our man Sam Lechtenberg is out there. I'm not sure who the little gal is, but they're about ready to announce the homecoming queen, and that's going to be Joey Clevenger. So, congratulations to Joey. I would say that where the Badgers are going to start the second half with the football, it's going to be really imperative, I think, for the Longhorns just to get out, get that early stop, establish the line of scrimmage, get the ball back, and get it going. Peyton Dubas, your 2022 homecoming king. So congratulations to Joey and Peyton, but also congratulations to all the kids that are out there. They all are very deserving of all the accolades. So good to see Chloe and Emmett back giving away the crowns, and congratulations to all of the kids that are out there tonight. So I think that let's go ahead and take both teams. Probably won't be on the field here. There's still about 6 minutes on the regular clock. Then you've got the 3-minute warm-up. And I don't know if there's going to be a little bit of extended time. So what I'd like to do is take another short break, let our sponsors have a word. And then when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about some of the other sports and a little bit about playoffs as we look again who some potential opponents might be. And some things like that, just depending on if the Horns can get things back going here in the second half. So let's go ahead and take let's go 3 minutes this time. Let's take a 3-minute break, and when we come back, we'll have second half. We'll be getting ready for second half action on 102.9 Jack FM. Back in 3 minutes.
At the Family Practice of Holyoke, our doctors and nurses take the time to get to know you and your family, which makes you a member of our family. The Family Practice of Holyoke is where you get great care to fit your busy life. Call 970-854-2500 today to schedule an appointment. At At Waypoint Bank, our lending decisions are made locally. What does that mean to you? Well, we make quick decisions. It also means when you deal with a family-owned bank like Waypoint, you aren't just a number. We proudly offer personalized care with a story of strong values. At Waypoint Bank, we've been providing financial assistance and guidance since 1883. Our word is our bond and has been for all these years. It's called relationship banking. Nothing new, just something we do at Waypoint Bank. Waypoint Bank, guiding your success and invested in your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Have you ever seen a banner from one of the online car guys hanging at the baseball field? Are they involved in the county fair? Do they support our 4-H or FFA? It's Travis at Bonanza Ford in Ray. We can't tell you where to shop for your next vehicle, but we can tell you our philosophy when it comes to running a small town dealership. We take part in as many community events and fundraisers as we can, and we love doing business in a small town. We'd sure enjoy the opportunity to work with you. We are Bonanza Ford in Ray.
The days of internet contracts and heavy fine print are over. It's time to experience hassle-free service with no contracts or hidden fees. That's the Allo promise. Allo Communications provides fiber internet, TV, and phone services with fair and no-nonsense pricing. All backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, 24/7 local support 365 days a year, and a monthly bill you can count on. Don't settle for gimmicks. Settle for hassle-free with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/hassle-free.
For flexibility and peace of mind as you shop this summer, all you need is your smartphone and the Adams Bank & Trust mobile app. This is Melanie Dehart, Vice President of Retail Banking. You can easily manage your Adams Bank & Trust debit card by clicking My Cards in your mobile app. Turn your card on and off, set spending limits, see your card information for online purchases and more for secure, convenient purchases wherever summer takes you. Adams Bank & Trust, member FDIC. Message and data rates may apply. Some restrictions may apply.
Chase County Community Hospital and Clinics would like to wish our Longhorns football team a safe and successful season. We applaud your hard work, focus, and commitment to improving with every practice and with every game. We watch with admiration as you build your character while improving your skills. Whether it's football or healthcare, commitment matters. That's why the Chase County Community Hospital and Clinics is committed to becoming your trusted healthcare home. Good luck and best wishes in this 2022 season. Go Longhorns!
The Chase County Longhorns play on 102.9 Jack FM and online at highplainsradio.net.
All right, we're back here at Chase County High School. The Badgers on the field. They're getting ready to kind of commence their warm-up. Horns have not retaken the field. I suppose some of that is because they probably were waiting for Carter and to get back and go through, kind of talk about some of the halftime adjustments and stuff. That's one thing that's tough about a homecoming game, especially one as important as this one is. Your starting quarterback has to stay out on the field for the entire halftime. But big honor for him. If you weren't with us earlier, crowned homecoming king and queen were Peyton Dubas and Joey Clevenger. So that was good to see. Good for congratulations to all of them, but also to Allie and Bryn McNair and to Colin O'Neill and Carter Librant. All very deserving of accolades. Bunch of kids that represent our school very well. So Longhorns now are out on the field. As I said, they are starting their warm-up period. So I think we're only 3-4 minutes here from the start. Don't have any really stats for you. I can tell you one thing that I've seen. One thing that has not shown up so far, and it may be because of the way that the formation of the way that the Badger defense is setting up. But we haven't seen Thomas Reeves yet on the carry too much, and so I'm wondering if that quick hitter to Thomas isn't something that we're going to see here as the second half gets going. But first things first. Got to see the Horns come out and just what you'd really like to see is them just to get through, get off some of those sticky blocks and make some tackles in the backfield or right at the line of scrimmage and force a punt by the Badgers, get the ball back and just start to assert themselves on defense. So I know the conversation that Jarrett Peterson was having with the white hat Chris Freeland right before the half had to do with. It almost certainly had to do with how Jarrett perceived that maybe defensively they were getting held and stuff, and so I haven't noticed it necessarily, but I'm assuming that's what that conversation was, and so we'll see if that's something that pops up here in the second half. If we see that, Coach Gaswick right now talking to the officiating crew out here, and Valentine coach. I'm assuming because he's listed first that Coach Bish is the head coach, but I don't know that for a fact. So also don't want to forget we talked about the Longhorn senior football players, also the Longhorn senior cheerleaders, who will continue to perform their duties the entire school year. But Mackenzie Vogt, Carly Lewis, and Alejandra Castillo are the seniors on the Longhorn cheerleading crew. And like I said, they'll keep going, but certainly want to recognize them for all that they do. Their coaches, Amanda Kimball and Abby Bowerly. So, got about 2 minutes left here before kickoff. Valentine, we're going to make the assumption that they will choose to receive the football here in the second half. Coach Gleesberg has his special teams unit, his kickoff team, I believe, pulled together over here. So they're getting ready to go down and get their good work done. Homecoming dance will follow the football game tonight. And then, as I said, Longhorn volleyball coming up on Monday, be the first round of the sub-district tournament. The Horns, with the 3 seed, I believe, will play the number 2 seed Hershey. The number 1 seed earns the right to host, as the Longhorns did last year, as they won that I believe it's C12 sub-district. And this time it's Ogallala who has that privilege with the highest amount of power points, and so they'll host it. And the Horns will travel to Hershey. They, as I said, they were very close to upsetting the Panthers, who are, I believe, 21, 22, and 5. Really good season for Coach Sam Kennedy and her crew. But the Horns played them tough, and we'll have one more crack at them here on Monday. That action should come to you about 5:45, and we will have it right here on KADL. I believe I do get the privilege to call the play-by-play for that on Monday night from Ogallala High School. So please tune in at 5:45 on Monday night for Longhorn volleyball. Sub-district postseason action. Hard to believe we're already to the end of the fall sports season. Other than a little bit of wind and maybe a cool day or two, it really hasn't seemed a lot like fall yet. But here we are, one quarter down in the academic year, and now almost one season down in the athletic year. So James MacArthur going to tee it up to kick off for the first time tonight. The whistle is blown. James is going to hit it at the 40. Nice kick. It's going to spiral and get up there. It's going to be taken at the 15. At the 20, 25, and drug down right about the 30-yard line was Keller. Brian Keller on the return. Looked like 32. Looked like Isaac Strateski was in on that tackle. Maybe Sergio Quintana in on that as well. So a couple sophomores teaming up right there. Here we go. Badgers have it 1st and 10 from the 31.5, 32-yard line. Can the Horns take control of this football game right away here? That's best case scenario, is that they just come out on fire and dominate this second half. But we'll see. Here's Lurs, going to take it, going to fake inside. He's going to keep it himself. More good yardage for Lurs. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, flag flying. You're going to hope that that's a hold out there, but we don't know for sure. Came all the way from the back, Judge. You don't see it. It is going to be a hold on the Badgers. Now what we don't know is from where the hold took place, because it was a 10-yard gain for Lurs, so it may just back it up to the line of scrimmage. May even be less than, may even still be a gain. It's going to be first down over again, because the Horns are going to accept this. Holding on the Badgers, and so I'm going to go ahead and feel like it's not a huge coincidence that I think holding was the topic of conversation at the end of the first half during the halftime as the Horns took the field again, and there's a hold call on the first play. Now the good news for Valentine is that hold took place just about, probably it must have been about 8 yards downfield, because it's only going to be first down again, but it's only going to be first and about 12. So 10-yard penalty that must have taken place 8 yards down the field, so you back them up 10 and it's 1st and 12. Got to stop that Lures run. He's had kind of a lot of opportunity. He's going to do it again, and he's got good yards again. Boy, he's just not getting touched, and he finally gets dumped. It's more than first down yardage, gain of probably 15. Cade Anderson finally brings him down at the knees, but Lurs is getting off. He's just taking one step to the left and then heading to the right, or vice versa. And when he's doing it, he's having just a huge amount of running room. And the Horns just aren't getting any penetration to stop him up and make him have to go around. He's just taking a straight line, and he's gaining great yards. Badgers are liking that play. They got a first down and 10 at their own 46-yard line. Lurs takes the snap out of the shotgun. Going to give to Keller this time. Keller has 4 from the 46 up to midfield to the 50, so call it second down and 6. Longhorns really need, you're really, I mean, you know, there's a lot of football left, so anything could happen, but what you'd really like to see is for them, for the next score that gets put on the board to be going on the home side, because in this game, as defensive as it's been, you hate to see your home team fall behind by 2 scores here. That might be a lot to overcome tonight. So here we go, second down and 6. Lurs takes the snap. He's going to fake and keep it. Now Tommy Reeves has him in the backfield. Good job by Thomas. That's the penetration we talked about. That's going to be a loss of 3, and it's going to bring up about 3rd and 9. Thomas that time didn't bite on anything. He knew that Lurs was keeping it, and he put his head down and got him in the backfield. Loss of 2, not 3. So set 3rd down and 8. 3rd and 8 right here for the Badgers. It would be a great thing right here to force a punt. Horns got to be in pass coverage here and be sticking on those receivers. Can't let anybody come through. Maybe a little bit of penetration here on the defensive line. Watch and see if anybody's getting held here. Here we go. Lurs takes it. He's going to throw a quick out. Number 7 has it, and it's a first down and 10. That's Peyton Whitty. And just the defensive back out here, which I think was Jablonski, he gave him a 10-yard cushion. And Whitty, he had a 10-yard cushion, and he only needed 8. He caught it right in front of Jablonski, and he just turned and took a step upfield and had the first down. So you'd like to see a little tighter coverage there. Good play by the Badgers. Whitty with a pretty good gain there of 10, 16, 17. First down and 10 Badgers. They're in Longhorn territory at the 37-yard line. Lurs takes it, gonna keep it himself. He's got room off the right side. Same play. It's the exact same play. That's about the 10th time they've ran that, and it's all gone for pretty good yards. Gain of 9. And the funny thing is, really, there hasn't been much production out of when they give it to the back, when they give it to Keller. It hasn't gone for much. So Lurs has got to be, in some respects, the guy you're keying on. But much like we saw at Sydney with their quarterback, we're having a hard time, spotting him and getting him drugged down. Here we go. And now this time it is Keller on the inside give. He's got the first down and more all the way down to the Longhorn 20, just outside the red zone, and the Badgers are definitely threatening with the 1st and 10 at the Longhorn 21. So what we needed to have happen to begin this third quarter isn't happening as the Badgers lead at 6-0. We're 3 minutes in and they are driving. Can the Horns once again can they buckle down and not let the Badgers into the end zone? They did a good job at the end of the first half not letting them. See if we can do it again here. Lurs gonna fake. He's gonna keep it. Same play. Not as many yards. Got about 3 or 4 there. Nice tackle in there. I think that might have been Zach Tarrin that got a piece of him. I'm not sure that it was him. Let's call it a gain of 3, second down and 7. But the Badgers aren't going to quit running that play till something is done with it. Here we go. And it's Keller, inside give. Pretty good yards there. He's going to have most of what he needed for a first down. I think it's going to be a little bit short. And the Badgers are just down to it's just a mesh in the backfield, and it's either Keller or Lurs. They're really not trying anything else right now. That's the play. Going to be a little bit short. 3rd down and 1 for the Badgers. They're inside the Longhorn 15 at about the 14-yard line. Be nice if the Horns could get in there and force a 4th down here. And now we've got a timeout, and that's probably a good timeout for Coach Gaswick and his defense, because this is a pretty big spot for where they need a stop. I think you got to give a bunch of credit right here to the Valentine offensive line as they've come out, because they're opening up holes that Lures is running through, and now even the running back Brian Keller is finding a fair amount of running room. And right now there's just not much momentum on the Longhorn side, but that can change in a hurry on this third and about 1.5. It's a long yard here from about the 14. They need about the 12, so it's about at the third. Ball sitting about 13.5. They need the 12. And if you could get in here and force a stop right here and maybe make Valentine, I don't know what their kicking game is like, but force a 4th down decision and maybe get a stop right here. That's what you're looking for if you're Chase County. So all important timeouts, but I think Coach Gaswick knew right there that this is a critical time in the game. Even though there's still 7:54 remaining in the third quarter and it's only 6-0 Badgers, I think the realization is there that this is a big spot for a stop right here. Now Lure's going to come up under center, look for a sneak right here, and it is a sneak. And boy, good job by the defensive line. They did fall forward and they did get the first down, but the original surge, you like to see. That the quarterback can't just fall straight forward, and he didn't. He was stood straight up right off the bat, but then he sort of shuffled over to the right side of his line. Really nice job by Lures there, and he found the first down yardage that he needed, and it is 1st and goal at the 10-yard line for your Valentine Badgers. 7:37 remaining in the third quarter. Wide receiver out both sides. One back in the backfield with Lures. It's going to be the same play. And it's going to be Lures on the straight keep off the right side. He's got quite a bit of it. He's inside the 5, down to about the 3, and he's got pretty good acceleration. He got around the Horns end stayed home, but he just ran right around the defensive end there and got himself inside the 5 to the 3, 2nd and goal from about the 3. Now it's going to take something big here for Chase County. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Can these guys find a stop right here? It's been all Lures and Keller this whole drive, mostly Lures, the quarterback. Going to take the pistol snap, going to take it himself, and he's got the edge, breaks a tackle, dives, touchdown. It looked like maybe the Horns might have that thing stopped, but a little bit of a kind of a shimmy step there by Lures, and then he just dove into the end zone. Great run by the quarterback. Ashton Lures, the senior, and the Badgers lead it 12-0, and right now they are at a pretty decisive advantage right here, just because the Horns haven't put any points on the board. Now they're going to need 2 scores, and this would be a big 2-point conversion to stop right here. It's 12-0, and if the Horns could gain the advantage here, at least on extra points, that could be a big thing. So 2-point conversion. Lures with Keller back there. He's got a split end out to the left. He's going to keep it himself right up the middle. And there's a flag. And I think that's either a face mask or a hold, because it was right in the middle of everything. Personal foul, face mask by the Longhorns. So we're going to do it again. He did not get in, so they're not going to decline it. They're going to take it. So it's going to move from the 3-yard line, the ball is, to the 1.5. And they're going to try it again. When a flag comes from right in the middle in the back, Judge, a lot of times they saw either a hold, but it's pretty crammed up in there to see a hold. So they saw a face mask, and here we go. Lures is going to try it again. He only has to go half as far, and he's going to do the same thing. He breaks it outside. There's a couple tacklers out there. Can they cut him off? They do. Oh, now they had him. Gosh darn it. 3 guys out there. They had him stopped, and nobody tackled him, and he just dove into the end zone, and now it's 14-0. Darn it, that was really well defended by Chase County out there. Just didn't finish the play by making a tackle. So after everything there, with 6:43 remaining, the Badgers increased their lead by 8. It is now Valentine 14, Chase County 0. There's a Longhorn down on the field, but he's hustling off right now. So let's go ahead and take a 30-second break. When we come back, the Horns will get the ball for the first time in the second half, see if they can do something big with it when we come back on 102.9 Jack FM.
The Chase County Longhorns, Aaron and Michelle at Troxel's Heating and Appliance in Imperial are dedicated to excellence and dedicated to quality, like quality Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Amana, and Maytag Appliances. Troxels can help keep you comfortable, too, with Lennox Home Comfort Systems. Troxels Heating and Appliance, 12 years in business, and proud sponsor of Longhorn Sports.
Go Longhorns! Good luck this season.
Online at TroxelsHeatingandAppliance.com.
The Chase County Longhorns play on 102.9 Jack FM and online at highplainsradio.net.
All right, we're back and getting ready for kickoff here. It's going to be Logan Whitty, senior offensive lineman, getting ready to hit it away. Badgers take that 14-0 lead, and that's looking like a pretty big deal here with just a little over 18 minutes left in this game. 6:43 remaining in the third quarter. Horns haven't been able to put one in the end zone. They did get inside the 10 one time, weren't able to punch it in, so we have seen the Horns, get some deep penetration. Let's see if we can break something on a kickoff here, make a special teams play. It's going to be taken out there by Tucker Mullender. Actually, it's going to bounce and hit and go out of bounds, so that's going to be nice. Now, will Coach Gaswick take the automatic field position, or is he going to try to get a return, back him up, and make him kick it again? I think maybe I'd make him kick it again here. No. You get the option of taking the ball at, and I don't know if it's the 30 or 35 or making them kick it again. And Horns offense is trotted out there, so I think what they're going to do is take the ball, and it's going to be at the 35-yard line. So it amounts to about a 10-yard penalty off the, like a touchback, but plus 10. So Horns are going to take over at the 35, first down and 10. So pretty good field position to start. 65 yards from pay dirt are these Chase County Longhorns. See if they've got something up their sleeve here in this second half. So far it's been a lot of Dawson and stuff, but just haven't really broken anything. Here we go, turn. Going to give to Dawson off the right side. He's tackled. Well, nice job by Dawson. He breaks the tackle. Now he's across the 40, the 45, the 50. Dawson's doing this by himself all the way across the Badger 40 and inside Badger territory down to about the 38, it looks like. So 15 and 12, 27-yard run by Dawson. Basically, he got met in the hole. He just took a step back and kind of did what Lures did on that one big run of his. He headed around the other side and picked up a good block or two out there on the kind of the reversal of field and outrun everybody to the corner and got a big play. And that was what Chase County needed. Boy, biggest play of the night for the Longhorn offense, and all of a sudden here they are inside the 40 and getting ready to go. Still over 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. Now Tommy Reeves up the middle. We haven't seen that much yet, and he's driving. He isn't going to get much out of this, and I think probably a lot of people are going to ask the question, hey, Tommy gets a lot of big yards in chunks. Why hasn't he had the ball much? And the reason is probably because of the way that the Valentine defensive line is pinching in there. Probably where Tommy's looking to go, there's defenders. But to keep everybody honest, Coach Gaswick is going to give him some carries just to make sure that they're guarding their yard there. Here we go, second down and about 8. Carter looking to throw. He's got a man dealt. He's going to come back here to Cade and misses him. Overthrew Cade. It was that little comeback route, and a little bit of pressure there. Carter overthrew him, and really just I would say pretty, in the passing game, it's just been a pretty big struggle. Feels like there's some opportunities there, but just have not been able to connect on anything. So third down and about 8.5 here for the Horns. Got the big play on third down from Dawson. You're inside the 40. This, if you get 5-6 yards at least here, you're probably looking at 4-down territory. You probably go for it. If you don't get much, I don't know if you do. Carter going to throw, looking. He's got a man over the middle. Cade's there. That's going to be a big gain. Going to be inside the 10. That's what the Horns needed. Carter rifled one right across the middle, and that time he put it where Cade needed it, right over the top of the defensive backs and inside the 10-yard line. That scrimmaged from, let's see, about the 38. So let's call that a gain of 30. And it's going to be first and goal Longhorns. This would be a big answer. We said in the first half that the Horns have done a good job of answering touchdowns this year, but it's not done yet. We've seen them inside. We've seen them in first and goal once tonight. Well, not quite first and goal, but we've seen them inside the 10 and nothing happened. Let's see if they can punch it in. Here's Dawson. He's got the edge. He's to the 5, driven out of bounds right about the 5. So got a little bit of it. He got about half of it. It's going to be second down and goal. About the 5-yard line is what it looked like. Second and goal from the 5. A lot of comments coming in across my text messages here. A lot of people that are pretty funny. But here we go. Second down and goal. 5 minutes, 20 seconds remain, third quarter. Badgers lead at 14-0, but if the Horns can cut it in half right here, it becomes a whole new ball game. I formation, one wide receiver out to the left. That's Anderson. Got to stay tight right here. Carter with a little inside give. Luis has some room, but nice job, boy. Right there, Caden Lamb stayed home, and there was nothing but open grass. If Luis could get past Caden Lamb, but Lamb wrapped him up, brought him down, and it's going to bring up third and goal. I like the play call right there because that one went for some yards the last time, and there was only one man that needed to be beat there. They just couldn't quite beat him, and it's going to be third and goal. So see what kind of play Coach Gaswick has here. I got to think they're going to try to get something out on the edge right here, but I don't know. But it's taken a while to get this play in, and they need to make sure they don't get a delay of game right here. The count is coming. Carter under center. I think he's going to be okay. He gets it. He's going to throw, and he's got a man inside. There's going to be a hold. All right, good deal. I think that's going to be a defensive hold on the Badgers. And I'm not sure, yeah, it's a defensive hold. What I'm not sure is if that's going to be a new set of downs for Chase County. I don't think it is, but that's going to take the ball from about the 5 to the 2.5 here, half the distance to the goal. In college and the NFL, you'd have an automatic first down there, but I do not believe that's the case in high school. I could be wrong. And still going to be third down. Ball's going to move up to the looks like 2.5-yard line. And here we go. Was a little surprised maybe that the Horns decided to throw right there, but I liked it. Easton Freeze was coming open if he hadn't gotten held. Now do they go Dawson right here? Need about 2.5 yards. Murray in motion. Carter turns. He's going to fake. He's throwing it again. The slant, and he threw a pick. And here comes Kelly out to the 15-16. Man, that's tough. Well, good play by the Badgers. Brian Keller just stepped right in. He really didn't move. He just kind of was in the right place at the right time in that passing lane. He did decide to bring it out of the end zone and brought it out to about the 18-yard line where the Badgers are going to take over first and 10. So here we go. Got to get a stop. Got to get a stop, get the ball back. Plenty of time. First thing that the Longhorn defense is going to have to solve is Ashton Lurs. Can they get some tacklers at the levels coming down on him and making some stops near around the line of scrimmage, because he's going to keep it. He's off the right side. Same play. Tommy Reeves gets him, and that's what the Horns need. No gain, maybe a yard. Yeah, we'll give him a yard. Second down and 9. Thomas got in there. That's what they've got to do. We know that play's coming. It's the only thing that's really hurting the Horns right now. And you certainly don't blame the Badgers for going back to it repeatedly. They're making hay with it right now. 3:45 to go. 14-0 Badgers. Third quarter. Lurs takes the snap. Going to give to Keller this time. Keller with nothing. He's snowed under. Another no gain, maybe a yard. Going to bring up third and very long. Jarrett Peterson getting in on the action. Coming down in there was Tyler O'Neill. Tristan Jablonski came up and filled from his defensive back position and helped in on that tackle. 3rd and 8. That's what that's got to look like. There's plenty of time. Horns, they have time to put some touchdowns on the board here. Break a punt return. Pick up a fumble. There's all kinds of ways to get yourself right back in this game, but the biggest thing is getting a stop right here on 3rd and long with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lures has one receiver way out wide to the right. I don't even know I could throw it that far to where that guy's standing. Another receiver out here to the left. Flanker on the right. And Badger timeout. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be right back on 102.9 Jack FM.
Our lending decisions are made locally. What does that mean to you? Well, we make quick decisions. It also means when you deal with a family-owned bank like Waypoint, you aren't just a number. We proudly offer personalized care with a story of strong values. At Waypoint Bank, we've been providing financial assistance and guidance since 1883. Our word is our bond and has been for all these years. It's called relationship banking. Nothing new, just something we do at Waypoint Bank. Waypoint Bank, guiding your success and investing in your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Chase County Longhorns play on 102.9 Jack FM and online at highplainsradio.net.
Just thinking back kind of into my Longhorn history, there was a playoff game up in Valentine. Back, I know Taylor May was involved in it, so you got to be talking about, and Coach Gaswick probably highly involved in that game. You got to be talking about maybe 2004, 2005, something like that. There was a kid with the last name of Edie Howe from Valentine that was a tremendous football player. You had Taylor across from him, and if I remember right, that game went into the fourth quarter 13-0 Badgers. The Horns picked up a fumbled punt and then scored late and won that game like 14-13, and that was a playoff game. So let's see if we can duplicate that. Going over the top is Lures, and he had it intended for Peyton Whitty. Really good coverage out there by Stephen Murray, and it's going to be 4th down and 8. Good play out there by Stephen. He had tight coverage. It was a really pretty well-thrown ball where Whitty got a hand up and maybe was able to get a hand on it, but he wasn't able to really make the play and pull it in as Murray had the tight coverage. Easton Freeze, the lone man back deep to receive this punt. What we'd like to see is a line drive punt here that Easton has a chance to catch with some momentum going forward, because there is all kinds of speed right there in number 20. Punts away, man, almost got to it, but we don't. Easton is going to call for the fair catch. Like to see him maybe return that, but he does take it, and it's a punt safe. They were trying to get to the punt, so Easton's job there was to fair catch it. There was quite a bit of traffic, so good job by him. He's going to take it at the Horns 43. Line of scrimmage there was about the 21, so let's give him 29 and 7. 36 yards on the punt, no return. And there is a flag down. That's most likely going to be some kind of a holder blocking the back on the Longhorns. And personal foul. Oh, going to be a personal foul on the Badgers. So that's going to move the ball back across midfield. And the Horns are going to have a short field with 2:32 remaining in this third quarter. This probably becomes one of those drives that's pretty much that's probably an overstatement, but this is going to be a drive where if we could get points out of this, a touchdown out of this thing, within this third quarter or at the beginning of the fourth, that really changes how you feel about this thing heading into the last 10 minutes of this game. So, with 2:32 left in the third quarter and the Badgers leading at 14-0, down in 10. Horns need this win for playoffs. They could get in with a loss, but it'd be iffy, and they're going to travel to somewhere really good if they do. Thomas Reeves out in the flat, catches it, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Thomas running tough. He's stacked up. Didn't get much out of it, but you really like the effort of the young sophomore there, breaking tackles, being tough to bring down. Got 4 out of the deal. Little flat pass. I believe we maybe used to call that the blast option in high school, and got about 4 out of that. Little fullback out in the flat. There is a Badger defender down. He kind of, the guy down, and I can't see his number, but he was kind of at the bottom of, he had Thomas down low, and Thomas kept fighting, and then other tacklers, kept piling on, and I think he just was kind of down in the bottom of that thing. While that happens, both teams will retreat to their sidelines and get some water while the Valentine coaches attend to their injured player. I see him rolling around, like I don't know if they're not tending to his lower half. I don't see him checking his ankles or knees or anything right now. So, hard to say what happened. If it could be an arm, could be something else. going on right here. Let's take, should be at least a minute. Let's take a 1 minute break. We'll be back and we'll pick up from there. Longhorns will have it second down and about 6 from the 38-yard line when we come back in 1 minute on 102.9 Jack FM.
Hey, it's Travis at Bonanza Ford and Ray. Keeping up with today's market is something we're paying close attention to. If you're asking yourself, is this a good time to trade, or is it better to look at new or used? These are the questions our staff can answer. Our goal is to help you make the best choices for your needs and get you in the vehicle you love. Visit us online at bonanzafordofray.com or stop by and see us off Adams Street in Ray.
At Allo, we think you deserve the fiber things in life, like binging your favorite TV shows and movies buffer-free, next-level, lag-free gaming, and video calls without frozen faces. So say goodbye to lag and buffering and hello to super-fast fiber internet with dedicated 24/7 support for total peace of mind. Plus, no hidden fees, no expiration dates, and no contracts, ever. From dependable service to exceptional support, experience the fiber things with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/fiberthings.
The Chase County Longhorns play on 102.9 Jack FM and online at highplainsradio.net.
Back to action. Dawson Molander has it up the middle. Breaks some tackles. Dawson's still going. He's inside the 30. That's going to be a first down. Gain of 10, maybe 11 for Dawson. That was, just to keep you informed, that was Cole Simon that was down for the Badgers. He got up, and it did look like an arm-shoulder type of injury. He was kind of favoring one arm as he got up. So, looked good to see him get up on his own power, and he was able to really jog off the field. And so right when we came back, the Horns were snapping it on second down, and big gain for Dawson. Now they wait their play. They're inside the 30. This thing about has to result in a touchdown from where they are right now. 1:45 remains, third quarter. Badgers lead 14-0. Horns have been in close. They've been inside the 10 twice, but haven't been able to get points out of it. Carter Librant under center. Sends a man in motion. That's Freeze. Takes the snap, turns its toss sweep out to the left. Dawson bobbles it, fumbles it again, and now the Badgers have it. Gosh darn. Every time the Horns get something going good, just something bad seems to happen. It's one of those nights right now. The toss hit Dawson up high. He just couldn't corral it. Did we get back on that? No way. Oh, there's a flag. Ooh, this could be a break for Chase County. Let's see. Oh, illegal low block. It's declined, and the Badgers do have the ball. I thought they covered it. So Chase County's going to turn it over on they're going to turn it over on the fumble. Pitch just got up into Dawson's face mask a little bit, and as he tried to bring it in, he was trying to run while he tried to grab it, and he just never could quite get a hold of the ball. Then it got on the ground, and it looked like he was going to be able to fall on it, but then I don't know if he got hit or what, and he wasn't able to get down, and a couple Badgers flew in. They made the recovery, and now as things start to get a little bit dicey for Chase County. There's plenty of time. I keep saying that, but there is. But you're going to need more stops, and you're going to need something to start happening on offense here. Here we go, Lures, and boy, it didn't even look like anybody was ready. Some of the Longhorns were still running to their positions. A little quick out, and that's going to go for 10, 11 yards. Longhorns weren't ready for that play. We saw defensive backs that were on about midfield that were middle of the field that were running out into coverage, and the defensive line didn't look like it was down yet. And Valentine snapped it and got a quick 10 out of it on a little quick out. I believe that was Krutner on the reception and yards, and so it's going to be 1st and 10. Badgers at the 47. 58 seconds to go, third quarter. Lures going to let time run a little bit here. Clock is his friend now. Keller on the carry. He's got good yardage. Brought down. Nice hit right there. Jarrett Peterson with the good hit. And it's going to be a gain of about 5. Let's call it second down and 5 for the Badgers. They're across midfield into Longhorn territory at the 48. And probably one more play here in this third quarter, assuming the Badgers keep it on the ground, and I don't know why they wouldn't at this point. 22-21. 20, here we go. Lures takes snap. He's going to keep it himself off the right side. Same play we've been seeing. He's got the first down. There were tacklers there. They had a hold of him, but he just broke one, and then he dove forward, did a good job extending the ball, got himself a first down. Pretty sure. And they're going to look at it. That 10 seconds to go in the quarter right now. And going to call it third down. Wow. For sure he got it. Must have called a knee down over there, and that's going to bring it into the third quarter. Chase County has work to do, but it's work that can be done here. Trail 14-0. We're going to the fourth quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute on 102.9 KADL.
Hospital is excited to spotlight Dr. Samuel R. Sims. As a CRNA, Dr. Sims has advanced specialty education in anesthesia. In collaboration with appropriate healthcare professionals, he provides preoperative, intraoperative, and postoperative care to patients and assists in management and resuscitation of critical patients in intensive care, coronary care, and emergency situations. For more information about the types of procedures and/or conditions that Sam assists with, please call our specialty clinic at 882-7256.
Just like the Chase County Longhorns, Aaron and Michelle at Troxel's Heating and Appliance in Imperial are dedicated to excellence and dedicated to quality, like quality Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Amana, and Maytag appliances. Troxel's can help keep you comfortable, too, with Lennox Home Comfort Systems. Troxel's Heating and Appliance, 12 years in business, and proud sponsor of Longhorn Sports.
Go Longhorns! Good luck this season.
Online at Troxel'sHeatingandAppliance.com.
The Chase County Longhorns play on 102.9 Jack FM and online at highplainsradio.net.
The officials went ahead and performed a measurement here to see if it was a first down during the quarter break, and it is short, but it's the kind of short where Coach Freeland, the white hat, got down, had to get down and look to see if it was there or not. So we're talking about third down and an inch or two here for the Badgers to start the fourth quarter, and I would anticipate seeing Lurs get up and run that quarterback sneak again, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He comes up into the line, runs the sneak. He stood up. Oh, it's fumbled! Picked up! Oh, they blew it dead. You've got to be kidding. Oh, that's tough. Boy, and they're giving him a first down. Ooh. That is a tough call for Chase County. Okay, here's the thing. On the same play in the first half, Lurs was stood up, and then he shuffled over to the right and fell forward for 2 yards and a first down. And this time, doing the same thing, somehow the whistle blew as he was stood up and wasn't tackled. They must have called his forward progress dead, but in the meantime, he fumbled it. Tristan Jablonski had picked it up in the backfield and probably was going to be able to run it into the end zone, and instead it's a first down for Valentine. That's a critical call that doesn't go the Longhorns' way. First down and 10 Badgers. They've got it at the 43 of Chase County. Lures looking the defense over. I think they're gonna use clock here. They're already in clock burn mode, and that's good discipline by the Badgers. It's gonna be Keller taken down, but a nice gain. He's got 5. Brian Keller has been, this whole second half on that give, he's been good for at least 4 or 5 pretty much every time he gets it. They're inside the Longhorns 40 to the 38-yard line. Gonna be 2nd and 5. I don't know how things would have played out if that ball would have been called live. I know Jablonski was going to be the one that picked it up. I don't know if he was going to be able to advance it, but it sure looked like it. He scooped it and was running. But call went the other way, and here is Lurs again. Takes a snap, going to keep it himself this time. Gets the outside, has the first down, has a bunch more. He's down to the 25 of Chase County, and that's if the Horns aren't able to pull something fairly miraculous off at this point, they're going to look back and they're going to say we weren't able to stop that play right there, because that's really been all that the Badgers have run in the second half. They started finding success with it in the first half, and really in the second half, it's been a two-play playbook for the most part. It's either been Lures giving to Keller on that little read option or keeping. And I don't know if they're reading anybody or if it's just a call, but it's working. And now the Badgers are just going to keep running clock and smart play by those guys because we're getting down 10.5 minutes. Keller on the first down keep. Not as much this time, probably 2 from the 27 down to about the 25. Let's call it 2nd down and 8. So you need a stop here. If you get that stop, you've got plenty of time. I keep saying it, but the plenty of time is going to pretty soon turn into you've got a little bit of time, maybe enough time. So it's time to get the stop and get the ball down the field and get some points on the board. First things first, got to stop this Badger offense that's really been pretty effective so far in the second half. Lures is going to keep letting the clock run. He's just watching till at least the clock is under 10 seconds when the back judge raises his hand. Going to keep it himself. Drugged down from behind by Thomas Reeves. He's going to get something out of it, but it's still going to be 3rd and fairly long. Probably a gain of 3 there. Let's call this thing 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 for the Badgers. Good job by Thomas. If anybody seems to be getting lures, it's usually Thomas from behind. He's breaking through on that right side of the defensive line and getting, because it's always lures heading, and the thing is he's running it to the same side every time. It's always to his right, the left side of the Longhorn defense. So 9-11, 9-10, 9:09 remain in this half, and I think the Badgers are going to take a timeout here because they're not even close to getting ready to run a play yet. And clock is now under 9 minutes. The hand is up for the back judge, and it looks like Valentine coach, maybe Coach Bish, is going to take the timeout. So I apologize to Valentine fans if I'm saying who is the correct head coach. Ian Bish is the first one listed, but then Coach Gaswick he's not the first one listed for the Longhorns. He's the last one. So who knows? I don't know. So I apologize if I'm getting that wrong. Could be Brooks Coleman, could be Jeremy Hant, could be Marcus Little, it could be Ben Shelburne. So either way, there's 8:49 remaining, and it's 3rd down and 6, and the Chase County really, really desperately needs a stop here. Probably 2 downs to get 6 right here for the Badgers, and even if they don't, the clock is probably going to be somewhere down around or under 8 minutes left in this game, and the Badgers still hold that 14-0 lead. So the Longhorns offense is going to have to probably become more wide open. It's going to have to become more of a passing game, just in order to eat up more yards more quickly. But first things first, you've got to get this stop and get the ball back. You can't go down 3 scores here. Lures in the pistol. He's got Keller with him. High snap. Going to be Lures on a straight keep. No read option that time. He just straight kept it. Got the first down. Man. Keller is involved, but Lures is basically option 1, 2, and 3 right now, and yet he's able to find yards. That was just a straight keep over the right side, and they just couldn't get to him. I think he had the first down probably about by the time he was contacted, maybe even a little bit after he had the first down was he finally contacted there by the defense of the Longhorns. So here we go. We're inside the red zone, about the 15, 14-yard line. Lures takes the snap, going to give to Keller. Keller finds a seam. He gets up inside. There's going to be a hold back here. And so that's going to back the Badgers up. And that's going to be a nice break for Chase County. Now, okay, clock gets stopped. It ran a little bit. So they do get the hold on the Badgers. Boy, there was a big seam there for Keller. So 2 flags were thrown, and I think they were both thrown on the same hold, so it must have been a pretty obvious one in the middle of the field there. It's going to back the Badgers up 10. It's going to bring up a first down and 20. So here's your opportunity if you're Chase County to put a stop to this thing. You've got to stop Lures. That's going to be task number 1. They got 4 downs. They're going to run Lures at least probably 2 or 3 times in this set of downs, and it's actually not 1st and 20. The hold must have been downfield, so it's about 1st and 17 or 18. Clock runs. Lures is going to wait. Going to be under 8 minutes when he takes the snap. Going to be probably more like 7:50 when he takes the snap. He has it. Going to fake. Going to go off the left side this time, though. Falls forward. Gets quite a bit of yardage back. He's about back to the original line of scrimmage, so he got about 7 on that. Going to be 2nd down and 10. Maybe 11. gotta respect what the Valentine Badgers have done here tonight. They made the long trip. These Longhorns were fired up for this game. They were full of confidence, thinking playoffs, and not to say that you rule playoffs out, but becomes a much more dicey proposition here if they don't find a way to finish off this game. There's Keller, big gap up the middle, probably going to get 4 out of it. It closed pretty quick. It was a big hole, but it did close down fairly quickly, so good job by those linebackers in black out there. We're under 7 minutes and 6:45. Third and about 7. Right here, you need a short gain, no gain type of deal if you want to stop this, because Lures just has been too good on 3rd and 4th down here. You got to really think he's going to be the guy with the ball in his hands, and I don't think he's throwing it. I think he's running it. Probably going to be that straight keep again. With under 6:30, he takes it, keeps it himself, falls down in the middle, and that's going to bring up 4th and long. Will Coach use a timeout here? Still over 6 minutes, so I could see why he wouldn't, but thank you. Going to be under 6 minutes into the 5s here when they snap it for 4th down and 7. The Badgers are looking over to the sideline. Coach Hawkswell just delivered me a Gatorade thirst quencher, lemon lime flavor. Gonna drink Gatorade, you gotta go old school. Lemon lime, orange, or fruit punch. Those are the only real options. And it looks like the Badgers are going to take another timeout, going to let it run down. So they're going to go to the sideline. They're going to talk about what they want to do on 4th and 7. Let's take 30 seconds. We'll come back and see if the Horns can stop and see if they can just pull one out of the fire here on 102.9 Jack FM. Be back in 30 seconds.
Community District Hospital understands how important it is to be close to your loved ones when faced with a health issue. That's why Ray Community District Hospital offers intravenous, subcutaneous, and intramuscular right here close to home. Blood transfusions, central line, and catheter care. Treatments for multiple sclerosis, cancer, and Crohn's disease are just some of the services the Infusion Center provides. For more information or to schedule an appointment, please contact Ray Community District Hospital at 970-332-5397. Ray Community District Hospital. Family medicine with a family touch.
The Chase County Longhorns play on 102.9 Jack FM and online at highplainsradio.net.
All right, after the timeout, Badger is going to head to the line here. Coach Gaswick talked to his defense. They've got a plan here. You gotta assume you're going to see Lures on a run pass. Field goal attempt. Holy cow, here we go. Well, this could put the game away. 3 points here makes it 3 scores. So this one's critical. It's going to be hit from the 19-yard line. So it's a 29-yarder. Horns are in there. The thing is up, but it's way left. It's no good, and the Horns get the stop that they needed. So that field goal attempt, I believe, was by Peyton Whitty. Doesn't go, and the Longhorns, I would say, cling to life. 5:38 remaining. Got to get some big yards quick here. You know, you figure you need to get down the field and score with at least a couple minutes left. You got those 2 timeouts. You've got the onside kick, option, but if you want to get the ball, you want to score it and get the ball back, with those 2 timeouts and use those, you pretty much got to score with, maybe 2 minutes left. So 5:38 remain. Carter Lab brings his offense out to the field. Let's see. The good news is at several different times in this game, we've seen Longhorn wide receivers running, behind the defensive back. So if they can give Carter some protection and he can get some air under the ball, we could see a big play here, and it starts out with a pick. Cade Anderson turned in, but the defensive back was just standing there waiting for it. So that's going to be pretty tough right there. Shoot. Carter dropped back and looked off to his right. He had Cade on a little in route, but I believe it might have been a linebacker that dropped into that kind of hook to curl area and just jumped right underneath the route, picked it off, and Badgers are right back in business with the ball at the Longhorn 28-yard line, 1st and 10. Now this is all just about running clock. Lures with 3 to the right. That means he's going to run out here this way. And he actually is going to give up the middle to Keller. So the plan there was just to stretch the defense out. And and then bring it up the middle. Gain of about 4. Let's call it 2nd and 6. So now I guess if you're Chase County, you need the stop on downs here. Still doable, but now it's probably going to take an onside kick because you're probably going to need to use your timeouts here, I would guess. If you get a stop here after 2nd down, you stop it once on 3rd, once after 2nd, once after 3rd, maybe. We're under 5 minutes now, 4:59, 4:58. Lures is going to let it run down. He's got 10 seconds left on the play clock. Takes the snap. Fakes, keeps it himself, and he's bottled up, but he's going to drag tacklers. He got most of it. I think he's a yard short. Let's call it 3rd down and 1. And now if you're Coach Gaswick, you probably don't use your timeout because you hate to use it and then have a 1st down happen. Then you've kind of wasted it. So you kind of wait here. Now he is going to use it. I think he just probably feels like it's now or never. Horns need the stop right now. Third and about 1.5 probably for your Chase County Longhorns here. Chase County has had some opportunities tonight. They've been inside the 10-yard line a couple times. Had another drive going here, where they got down to about the 30, had a 1st and 10 here with quite a bit of time left in the 4th quarter and had a fumble. I think they have three big turnovers tonight here, so it's been just kind of a little bit of Murphy's Law a little bit. If it can go wrong, it kind of has. But yet the Horns have battled. They've stayed in there. It's a 14-0 game. They've made some key stops that have kept them in it. Kept them with a puncher's chance. And this is that situation once again because if you get a 1st down and a new set of downs here for Valentine, here we go. Lures is going to keep it himself. He's got the 1st down, and he's got the touchdown. Ashton Lures has had a huge night, and he just took it 19 yards for the Badger touchdown. That's 20-0 Valentine. That's going to put this one away most likely. And with the extra point pending, the Badgers look like they're going to be headed for. This is going to be a good win for them. That's going to give them power points here. Against a Division II team, because the Horns are going to move to 5-4. Valentine's going to move to 5-4. But what it does is gives them, points for beating a Division II team, which gives them, I forget what it is, 43 points, 44 points, something like that, and should up their average. Lures, they're going to go for 2 right here. He's got a man in motion, takes a snap. He's going to get it's a forward pass. So that's a forward pass, so it's incomplete. There you go. Now they called it. He did one of those little shovel scoop passes in front. Now a flag flies in. Hopefully that's not somebody being unwise out there. It is an incomplete pass. They tried a little shovel pass, and it was incomplete. Now there's a personal foul against Valentine. So they are going to have to kick off from, let's see, that would be the 25. So the Horns should start this thing with good field position. But Chase County at this point needs 3 scores, and that's with 4 minutes 30 seconds left. That would probably take at this point two onside kicks. You'd have to score quick, get an onside kick score, get another onside kick. So crazier things may have happened. Not a lot. The crazier things have happened in a football game, but they have. So we'll see what happens. Gerald Fortcamp, who I trust as a statistician and who has a pretty solid understanding of the PowerPoint system in Nebraska, did feel like the Horns could still sneak out a 15-16 seed, and if all the district winners are already seated ahead of them, that could allow them to get in. And you're probably going to be facing a Pierce, a Mitchell, if you do that. But this Valentine team, only lost by 1 to Mitchell last week. The Horns hung in there with them for a couple quarters and then had some turnovers and some things that made that game get away from them up in Mitchell last week, but 2 weeks ago. But either way, this is going to be this season. Whether they get in or not, this season is going to end up being a big time growing, experience for the Longhorns. They hadn't broken 500 in a long time. They're going to finish this season this regular season, 5-4 now most likely, and that's progress. This is a very, very young team. They're going to have some things to solve. They're going to have to find who's going to step up at quarterback. Is that going to be Malachi Christensen or short kick is going to be it's going to be taken by the Badgers. Oh, the kid never controlled it. So it was a really short kind of poochy kick that hopped backwards, and one of the Valentine Badgers looked like was just going to grab it, and that's a free ball. So Trace Bichelle had a chance at it, and if he would have hauled it in, it would have been Valentine's ball, and that would have been the dagger. But it hit him and went out of bounds. So the Longhorns are going to maintain possession, and they are going to have it on the Valentine 45-yard line, and it's going to be first down and 10. But back to what I was saying, whether that's Malachi or Tristan Jablonski or Creighton Paisley or whoever that might be, and then they've got some Dawson at running back, but you've got James MacArthur, you've got Tucker Molander that have done some tough running this year. You still got your fullback and Tommy Reeves. He's only a sophomore. The entire offensive line is back. You've still got Easton Freeze out wide. You are going to lose Caden Stephen. But you got some athletes that you can put back there. So there's a lot of good things. Luis Coe is back. And then they tried to throw the little comeback route to Easton Freeze. He slipped in the grass and went down. Wasn't able to haul it in. Going to be second down. Defensively, almost everybody's back. Dawson's a guy that gets in there and makes a lot of tackles. You've seen some. Steven and Cade, on the defensive side, but Carter really hasn't played any defense this year, coming off that ACL surgery last year, so most of your defense is pretty much back. So there's a lot of good things to look forward to if this is the last game for the Horns this year. A little screen pass, Tommy Reeves hauls in a tough catch. Thomas fumbles, and I think the Badgers got on it, and they did. So Thomas made a nice catch. He had to reach up and grab it one-handed. He kind of batted it down to himself, got turned upfield, and then I think a helmet, the way the ball flew out, it looked like a helmet got right on the football, popped up in the air, and now the Badgers have it. And with 4:15 left, they're going to look to run out the clock here. They're not going to be able to run it completely out without a couple first downs, but that, for all intents and purposes, I think this thing was kind of in the books anyway, but most definitely now. So, fourth turnover, I believe, for the Longhorns. That one, don't know how much consequence it actually was, but Lures has it, going to keep, and he's up. And if the Badgers have a shot at the playoffs, and I think they kind of do, I think at this point I'd quit running Ashton Lures. That boy's valuable to have on the field, and I did see him get up limping there one time in the last series, so I think I'd just go steady diet to my running backs and let them power up in there and save Lures a few hits. He has been the man, and this second half has been Lures, Keller, and that Badgers offensive line has been outstanding. And this Badgers defense, obviously, pitching a shutout, they've been excellent. It's 20-0 Badgers, 3:30 left in the game. Lures takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself up the middle. He may go. I think maybe they're going to run him down from behind. Yeah, great hustle there by Luis Coe. About a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30-yard gain there, 35-yard gain for Lures up the middle. Luis Coe, with great hustle, came from behind and drug Lures down at the 28-yard line. Coe was the last one. He had the last crack at him. If he didn't get him, he wasn't going to get got. But so good hustle there. Horns still playing with heart, still hustling. Lures letting the play clock wind down. We're now under 3 minutes, 2:59, 2:58. And Badgers probably one first down from being able to put it in the books. Here's Keller. Keller's smacked in the hole by Zach Tarrin. Another sophomore out there with big minutes. The other sophomore that helped clean up the tackle was Luis Coe. Junior Tyler O'Neill was in on that thing. Lots of good things to look forward to. You get Cooper Dillon back next year. Hopefully you get Jensen Olsen back next year. You get Jarrett back, probably, hopefully, completely healthy next year, and everybody gets a year older. It put in the time, the work in winter sports, whether it be basketball, track, wrestling, and fall sports, and then big summer, and get ready to go again for this Longhorn football team. They're on the right track. They're doing good things. Here's a run by, was that Lures again on the keep? Yeah, it was Lures. And big gain there. Oh, I think that was Krutner. Yeah, it was Krutner. They gave it to him in the backfield. I apologize. I got my 2 and my 3 mixed up. 1:45 remain. 3rd down and about 4. And the Horns have the 1 timeout. Don't think Coach Gaswick will necessarily use it. Maybe if he gets a stop here right on 3rd down and wants to preserve a little bit of time and give his offense one more crack at it, he might use it. But otherwise, we're 90 seconds away from putting this one to bed. So here is Lures. Not going to get the first down. We're going to have 4th down here, and they are going to have to run a 4th down play. So Coach Gaswick going to use his last timeout. Don't blame him. Good decision there. So first of all, just I guess best of luck to Valentine. They came in here, and much like Gordon Rushville last year, that came in here in the last game of the year, needed the win to make the playoffs, and came in and played a tremendous game. This Valentine Badgers team, you can tell they're playing good football. This thing was 20-0, and they took Mitchell to the absolute max last week in a 21-20 game, and that's one of the top-rated teams in Nebraska in Class C2 right now. So you knew that they had some good things going on. I mean, if you think back to 1 year ago and a couple weeks ago, Chase County went up to Valentine and won an 8-6 ball game. Ryan Bernhardt, who kind of was everything on offense for the Longhorns last year, didn't play in that game. They played 2 freshmen, the Horns did, at quarterback all night long pretty much. I think they even tried Dawson and the Wildcat for some of that game. But Malachi played some of it as a freshman. Tristan Jablonski played some of it as a freshman. And the Horns won that game, and you looked at it and you're like, boy, that's a neat. I think both teams were winless at that time, both 0-5, 0-6-ish or something like that. And to see both of these teams on the doorstep of playoffs and to see these Badgers playing such good football right now is impressive. So 1:18 remain. Lures needs about 4 yards for the first down. Going to keep it himself. He's caught from behind, but like all night, he drives and falls forward. He's going to have the first down, and that's going to be the end of this thing. Going to be just 2 kneel downs here after the sticks are moved, and that's going to be it. So congratulations to the Badgers. Best of luck. We hope that this win propels them into the playoffs, because I think they're a pretty hot team that could be a lot to handle for whoever they come up against. And hope is not gone. Both of these teams are going to move to 5-4 on the season, and you just never know. You never know what could happen tonight that could jumble up the PowerPoint standings and see if either of these teams can make their way in and go get them a first round game somewhere. Lure's going to drop back. He's waiting, trying to let clock run. Finally, he takes the knee, 51 seconds, and he's going to have to do it one more time here. Thank you all for joining us. Where my jobs kind of all run into each other. I was at state cross country, watching Trev, our state qualifier run today. Got back and got on the radio. And the Chase County track team is in charge of concessions tonight, and there's a lot of cleanup to do. So I'm probably going to go ahead and not call on Coach Gaswick to come up tonight. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here right after we get it going. Let Coach spend some time with his team, so we can get down and start getting the cleanup process started down in the concession stand. So homecoming night, the Valentine Badgers come in and they assert their authority, and the clock, it just hits triple zeros, and it is Badgers 20, Chase County nothing. Good game, a hard-fought game. Quality football. I know the Horns are going to be disappointed in everything that went down tonight, but it's been a really nice. If this is in fact it's been a very nice season for Chase County, one to build on, and as I said, an opportunity to grow from this thing and get better. And we saw a lot of growth in Chase County football this year, and I know we're going to continue to see that here in the years coming up. So, for Marshall back in the studio, and for myself. Carl Zugi, we thank you for listening all season. We hope that maybe there's an opportunity. Just watch your paper, listen for the radio announcement, check the school website calendar. If the Horns, we'll know sometime probably tomorrow if the Horns can get in, and if they can, we'll do this again from somewhere probably far away. But we'd be happy to if the Horns could sneak in maybe a 15-16 seed. If not, we'll call it a season here, and most definitely join us. I'll tell you what, let's do this. We'll make a deal. Join us Monday night for Longhorns Sub-District Volleyball, and we'll bring you that action, and then we'll let you know for sure if the Longhorns are going to be playing next week in the playoffs or not. So, as I said, for myself and for Marshall, thank you for joining us. And good night, everybody. Have a great weekend, and to all Chase County people, have a safe and fun homecoming night. And we'll hopefully talk to you on Monday night from Ogallala High School for Sub-District Volleyball. Good night, everybody.
Hometown Radio.